Andre's gonna be quiet if I don't stop the music fast enough. Everyone, it's totally professional. Hey, hi, I'm Eric Hayden.
I'm Nick Mason.
And I'm Nick Mason.
Yes, it's Nick Mason again. This
Nick
is
Mason
Static.
with more fabulous facial hair than I could ever grow. So,
how's it going, y'all? Thanks for having me. I think I've introduced myself as Nick Mason anytime I show up in video on the Unstatic, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. Sorry if that's
good.
If that's your name. Or
Yeah.
your thing.
So welcome everyone to the stream. We're gonna be obviously dropping our album. We're mixing it in the studio tonight.
And the most impressive stream about this this stream technically is that we have in the next room over recreated flawlessly Andre's home and transported him there, and he's right. Hey, Andre.
Hey, I can't. You found that many purple light bulbs. They're pretty rare.
And we recreated Discord audio garble just for realism.
It's all for the verisimilitude, you know? It's what it's all about here.
I left the keyboard on the playmat. What an amateur.
Unprofessional.
God damn it.
And after you drugged and abducted Andre.
After I abducted Andre?
I said drugged and abducted.
Yeah.
There's no other way that he'd come down here for.
How's it going? Hey, Jeff's in chat. Excited to see this world's prep. That's some sick tech. Hey, what's up, Jeff?
It's Jeff. There's a new organized play update that came out today. I know Jeff worked on it. I've looked at it. It's very visually pleasing as well. But there's some changes now.
Wait, what?
Returns take.
I missed this.
Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to come to events anymore, Nick. Is the first update.
Well, listen. I get it.
93-second Nick, huh? Slightly too long on every turn.
There is new guidance on slow play, and actionable guidance on slow play, as in repeated offenses over like 90 seconds should, that's a no-no. Is that
per click, per game action, per...
between clicks.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Oh, is it turn?
If I get 5 clicks, can I take 90 times 5 seconds?
I believe
I think it has to be by turn.
I believe
it's a minute and a half.
Yeah, I believe I read.
That'd be a long turn.
Yeah.
That you get like kind of one of those sort of, and then if you do like 30 seconds between clicks, that's also a form of slow play. So no, don't do that. Those are two guidance things. I mean,
is this
a hard thing to formalize?
It is. Yeah. It's really hard.
Oh god.
It's a hard thing to formalize. I don't think slow play is really an issue in Netrunner, but people would like to be able to know what it is because it's uncomfortable calling over a judge
It's
or talking
super
to someone to be
uncomfortable.
like, it's just weird. So
Yeah.
getting something on paper for Worlds, we'll see how it goes. I think it's a great start, though. It's a hard thing to tackle.
for sure.
It can be frustrating when you're like, I know if we could go faster, I could win.
Right.
But you don't want to be like, hey, come on. You know, you don't want to, no one wants to be
wanna
the jerk.
Let me win.
Yeah, just like, listen, I'm just going to put my hand of cards down, and you're going to admit that this is over.
Yeah, I don't think that these are hard and fast rules that work in all cases, but it's at least a starting point that's more functional. I agree, Jeff. I think it's good to put something that you can actually like put into practice in the rules. That's good.
For sure. So
There's also like updates about alt-arts, what is like tournament legal and casual legal, which is great because alt-arts, there's lots of them.
I feel like there was something else.
Make sure they're all overboard. Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff, I think.
Yeah. So check it out. There's a nice summary in the first page of what got updated, which is cool for people who've read previous.
it didn't show up on our news tracker thing.
Yes, it did.
Oh, the last thing on there is the world schedule.
Oh, okay.
I just looked at it just now to be like, what?
It
No.
did for me. So anyway, maybe I'm just following more Discords.
That's probably
Andrej, thanks for joining. Andrej is here
Thanks for having me.
to edify us on just make us better.
No.
He's gonna try
not
and make
Not you.
specifically Nick. We're gonna focus on Nick. I'm just here as Andrej's gonna make sure I'm a good opponent against Nick tonight.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So like obviously Worlds is coming up, and
Yes.
Eric is going to be doing some casting, which is pretty exciting. But Nick needs to figure out what his expectations are and has been training. I've been hearing rumors that Nick Mason's been grinding some JNet.
A limited amount, yes. I don't know that it's grinding. 2 or 3 games a night, not like a ton.
2 or 3 games a night is perfect.
I think so.
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, but
3 weeks, 2 games a night. That's something.
3 weeks. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
No, that's actually further out than I thought it was. I can't do math.
Good.
Anyway, all right.
That's just that's time. It's not math. Kevin H, what's up? Heyo, Misters Neon, Static, and Static.
Definitely grinding. I see Nick every
did,
night
right?
on JNet. I think I only ran into you like yesterday.
Whoa.
I think that was yesterday where you absolutely took me apart, which was
World schedule
rough.
sweep ID sleep for a cut or something. Can you even do that now with
In
single?
single, you can't ID more than once, I don't think. I think at Worlds, it's really hard to ID unless you're undefeated going to regular around 9.
Yeah. Oh, you can see my decks. That's not typical.
That's nice, though.
Yeah.
A little like check
behind the
out guns.
scenes. Yeah.
That's how we have them. Whoa. Super
Yes.
Not the Best. Thanks for joining. Hi, everyone. So, we probably have a slightly tighter schedule as far as gameplay tonight because I imagine our games are going to go a bit slower than usual since we're going to slow down and talk about lines and everything. So I propose, well, first of all, is there anything that we want to talk about news-wise, things like that that's happened since our last stream before we get started?
Anybody? Well, Eric won a tournament.
I
I heard about this.
I did. I won
I
as
was also
CO.
there.
It was
I
fun.
heard and saw.
You heard and saw it,
Yeah.
from across the table.
No, I don't. Did we play? We did. I think
did.
you won.
We did, and I won.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
Rough.
I wanted to CO with this deck,
Yes.
this lat deck that
Glad
I'm
to-
going to
You
play
published
tonight.
it.
I did. I mean, it's basically Cobra Bubbles list, but I was like, there should be a turtle in here, so I put a turtle in there. I changed it with I changed 2 cards, I think, but it
The
feels
write-up is nice.
yeah, it was fun. It feels more different than 2 cards would otherwise make a list feel. Like if you didn't change a breaker, it's a significant breaker.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that was cool. I had a fun time doing that. What else? I feel
Speaking
like
of COs, there's one in Worcester at a bar.
that's right. Brewery,
Saturday?
or is it a bar?
It's a brewery restaurant.
You're going to that, right?
There's a bar. I'm going.
Cool.
I'm going. We're gonna see. Got that one last shot and an invite. We'll see.
Yeah, Nick has to get a CBI invite so that we can have a LAN party. Mm-hmm. We could.
There's probably more shots. I don't want to lower the stakes of this, but there must be more shots.
There definitely will be some afterworlds for sure. There will be 1 or 2 afterworlds, but I'm out of kits for the rest of the year.
Oh.
So Nick has to travel for them now.
You're allowed to
Yeah.
buy your own kit, host your own tournament, and win it. It's called a white blade.
Cheating.
You can do it.
It's called
No, that's what
Shots
Eric
fired.
did.
That's technically
that
what I
was
did.
what he did at that CO. That was ours.
Classic Eric
Was that?
behavior.
and yes,
I think this was maybe subconscious, but Andrej, when he said that, You literally twisted your mustache.
The evil, yes.
I'm sorry. I wish I could got that out faster. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. No, I was gonna make excuses for why I wasn't in Boston at the CO.
Yeah.
I was being helpful to my mother, so you can't get mad at me for that.
Yeah, you were being a
No
good boy.
one's gonna fight you on that.
You were gonna be a good boy.
So
You good boy.
got brownie points and everything.
There was the one in Boston. Yeah. I did actually want to come, but
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Let's play some games.
Yeah, let's play some games.
Okay.
Andre, do you have anything you want to? You posted a video one today.
Yes.
That I got to join you for.
You were in.
Commentary.
It was great. It was fun.
Yeah.
The last two. So
cool game.
you did commentary in the last two. They were both fun games. They're round 6 and 7 of Swiss and NPC, and they turned out great. They're fun games. Commentary's great. One went up today. One went up Saturday. And NPC will continue on. Generally Saturday mornings on Monday. So
this last one was it was
the R plus game.
R plus versus Kit, and it was.
Can I embarrass you with a small fun story?
Please.
Like for everyone else.
Yeah.
So some point during the video, because I don't have the names on the screen, on the left is Steven or Wealth Guys playing Corp. On the right is John. And at some point at the beginning, I explained, I was like pretty quick, like that's John, that's Steven. It was off because I've known Steven and John for a long time. And then unfortunately, halfway through the commentary, I think Eric flipped the name. So he started calling the corporation Steven and the runner John. And I don't think I realized that.
It was brief.
And so it happened a couple times, but it was brief. But it didn't like ruin the commentary. Like the things that you were saying were like, wow, Steven's money is really tight. I'm like, yeah, that's technically correct, right? Like it wasn't too weird, obvious. But I went through the edit and I changed all the Stevens to Johns and Johns from the Stevens by like cutting your audio and moving them around. And so far, no one's called me out on it. So it's a little secret, a little easy. Okay. But you know your voice. You've heard it. Was it obvious or like?
There's at one point in the video, I say the same exact thing twice within 5 seconds because there's some.
But
audio.
you did do that in the take.
Oh, okay, all right.
But you did say Steven both times.
Yeah.
See,
it was wrong both times. I see.
Yeah, so I had to fix it both times. I was like, this is the weirdest one, but what am I gonna do?
That one seemed obvious because it was
You should
exactly
should have taken the opportunity to, oh man, Stevens, money is really tight here.
I think just said like an
runner
asterisk with the correct name several times, like pop up, like no Eric. Bad
exactly.
Eric.
Actually.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed doing the commentary with you. Like the name thing it's like I don't think you should feel bad about it. It's like you don't know the names of the folks, but it turned out great.
Yeah,
cool. I'm glad. Thank you again for having me. It does look like we have an occasional Discord glitch, but so far nothing more than like a second, and there's been like 2. So we're gonna push on. Okay. And I don't even need that. So let's go to the table. Boop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop.
Whoa!
Everybody moved. It's fun.
All right. So if anybody wants to tech against my decks, because obviously I'm going to be at the top tables.
Show us what we're working with.
We got Azmari. This is a 40 card. Azmari.
Show me what you're working with. Sorry.
You realize that you swapped off of your webcam before you started doing that dance?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this is an Azmari deck. It plays Re-Education and kills you with it. So the interesting thing about this one, it's running a border control. And instead of Jupstad, we have 2 Neurospikes. So there's
Where
no
did you
Jupstad
find
card.
this list?
This was the Boko, competitively Boko list, which.
Whoa.
Gosh,
Okay, I need to look into
blanking
this.
on the name. But basically, it gives you a little more. The border control is useful if they are going to get in and score it before you can set up the kill. And the Neurospike, I'm not entirely sold on you yet. What about it is appealing to me? So I like border control because I'm a coward. I really like just being able to say, no, you don't. To the runner.
Oh, this is not yet.
It's my favorite thing. Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was on there and I could not remember. I'm terrible with names. Anyway.
But all these lists are
not
not
Yeti.
Yetis to some extent.
Yes. Yeah. It's all like the branches. Really, most of these are changes in the ice suite, like small changes in the ice suite.
This is back on Piranhas.
Okay. Yeah. It's Piranhas, 1 border control, 3 ping, 2 Serevnas, or 3 Serevnas, and I forget what the. I think that's it, actually.
Yeah, 3 ping, 2 Sarevna, 3 Piranhas. There's only 8 ice.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9 ice,
in the
excuse me.
Boko, in the Boko, yeah, the border control.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 40 cards. It draws a lot of them, and then it kills you with them.
Okay, so this deck is really interesting. This archetype is really interesting. We've seen a lot of it over the last competitive season, and it's done a lot of things. I'll be honest, at this point, it's like a bit tense, this deck, to me, because there's people on both sides of the fence of whether it's a good deck or whether it's a not deck. Folks are dying to it. People think it's not deserved. It's winning tournaments. People still say it's not deserved. We just did actually streamed the whole showdown. It won first place in the showdown from a player who's just picking up for the first time, the older version. And so it's interesting. It's all over the place, has ridiculous results.
Did you see the video that Not Yeti posted this morning, which is the replay review, how to play as Azmari Kill? And it's he asked and got the replay from Santa, and he went through and criticized the play lines.
Cool.
And I think honestly, legitimately, and I'm fairly confident. I don't know Santa well at all. I saw him at the CO that we, not the CO, NPC Boston. He was there.
Yep.
Didn't really get to meet and talk, but I have a feeling that he probably will say, yep, shouldn't have done that or shouldn't have done that. But it's interesting to watch you both open-handed after watching the game, not live, but I watched it after the fact first with cards, closed information, and then getting to see the play lines. It's very interesting to follow along that way. So go check that out at This Machine Kills Fastest.
Netrunner.
Yeah, TMKF Netrunner YouTube channel. I drop a link in the description afterwards. Not Yeti deserves more subscribers, so go do that, please.
Yeah.
So the reason why I bring this up is I think a big part of what Azmari, how it's going to do even better at Worlds potentially, is that people are making. I assume, Nick, that you're going to play Cobra Bill's variant that won the Scottish Regionals, which currently is my favorite variant. Because a big thing about this deck is learning what you lose to and how to disassemble it. Because the version that a lot of people know, the version that was played technically on the weekend, is on 2 Jupstead, and that is the only kill combination. So if you can deal with some amount of, if you can bust the upgrades in the remote server, if you have more money, like it just loses to that. And the modern versions are really cool because they're using people's expectations to sneak up on folks. Right. So like red level clearance gives you a bunch of different ways to like fast cheat out some of the kill combo pieces at the right window, or the fact that Neurospike and Jupes that are both in the grid and the deck give you some lines where people think they're safe when they do class act to 9, but you can actually kill them with Neurospike. And having those choices I think is really important. Obviously in Swiss it's closed deck list, so people won't know what version you're on, but that is I think the most interesting discussion around this deck is what are your tech cards, what is your kill combination, and using what people think you're going to do if they know what the deck's going to do. And if they don't, I think you're advantaged anyways because the deck is pretty lethal pretty quickly. Those are the considerations we want to keep in mind. So we have to understand we're on double neuro. I generally, when I practice, I like to play with open deck lists because the idea is that you want to be able to win in a cut. At Worlds, it's really hard to make the top cut where open deck lists matter, but I think a lot of competitive players will get to that. So if you're not aiming for the top cut, you don't have to worry about this. But when I do practice, I like to practice open deck lists. So
you are.
No,
Eric.
Nope.
I've already got
2 Neurospikes. Yes, I got it. No Jupe Stab.
Cool. They're 3 punitives.
3 punitives.
Remember
yes.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the other big thing about this deck, and I'm not an expert at this deck. I've watched a fair bit. I've played a bit. One of the big changes that has happened over the last couple of weeks, and I'll be very interested to hear what the UK players say after this in response, is that they moved off of what was used to be send a message as the off 3-pointer, and they've moved to degree mill. Now, a lot of folks think send a message is a better slot in this because send a message is a sort of agenda that if you touch it by running archives, you're forced to steal 6 points. Like you can poison the table, you can poison archives, and if the runner touches that, they're getting punitive. Now, you can argue that at a higher level of play, people won't make those mistakes. But the difference with degree mill is it's harder to like just get to 6 points really quickly and win because you have to shuffle your cards away and that slows the game down. But you can choose not to steal the degree mill. And in theory, players should never steal the degree mill if they're going to die to punitive. I think it's a really fascinating change. Obviously, it's been doing well and there's some trade-offs. I'm currently more of a send a message believer, but that's only if you use that to leverage situations in which you can just shut down servers entirely, where if the runner touches it, they die to punitive, so they can't touch it. You can always touch degree mill.
Hey, speaking of degree mill, I don't think I keep this hand.
So I can actually, I wanted to bring this up. I can go silent so I can't hear what you're saying, and we can do the inverse too. So I'm going to go silent here while you talk about mulligans. In a second. Can you hear anything?
Can anybody? Wait, I just heard Andrej, I think. Andrej?
Andrej is silent for the stream.
Hi.
It's Andrej. Okay.
Can everyone hear us again? Because it looks like it's going out. Yeah.
Everything sounds normal to me, but I'm not listening to the stream.
It was yes. My soundboard just went and died. And can currently hear everyone. All right, so I'm going to try that one more time.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't mess with it. I don't think we need to do it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean.
Okay. Yeah. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. I can just take my headphones off.
Okay. I'm not keeping this hand.
Okay.
Is what I think. So this
again. I'm not an Azmari master. We'll keep that in context, but I understand the basics of how this deck wants to go. So what's our basic lines? Can you explain to me what your game plan is? I think that's the most important thing going to any game. Explain your game plan and explain how we're going to lose. Let's start with step one. How do we win?
Okay, so we win through one of two different ways. Number one, we very early on, we want to build a lightly defended remote and throw a re-education in there.
Cool.
Then we are going to draw a bajillion cards till we find one of our kill pieces. And use that to advance. We will score out the re-education and then kill them with the kill pieces. If they break into our lightly defended server and get to the re-education, then that's fine. We just punitive them because we've drawn a bajillion cards and we are playing YDL, so we have all the money.
I'm back on.
Okay, so we have to establish our money. We definitely need to put the thing in the remote server. Ideally, we're scoring out with Holobin, and then we need, I think, 11 credits for the lethal. I'd have to recalculate that. And then we also... I think it's 12 with Jupestat.
Oh, it's 12 with
Jupestat's 4 to res, so yeah. Yep. So,
we're going to have to play around certain tech, and certain tech is harder to play around than others. We're playing against LAT, and so Onacom doesn't matter with Neurospike. We're also playing around Stone Chip, and Stone Chip's a really hard one to beat because it'll be very likely that we can get, well, single Stone Chip we can beat, but there's a chance we can get down to 2 cards. If there's 2 Stone Chips, that becomes a problem because you can't get down to cards in hand. That's the hard thing about Neurospike is there's a paid ability window after you score the agenda before you pay the Neurospike. If that is the case, we want to score the agenda with having 2 clicks extra if possible, so that we can always draw 3 cards up or something like that. And not even that always beats it. You actually might be better doing double Neurospike because at the end of the day, you're limited to how much you can re-education by how many cards the opponent has in hand, because it's up to a maximum. So even that doesn't solve it. So if we can score with a click extra, that might be necessary because beating Stone Chip is just going to be very difficult for us.
Oh yeah. Yep. So, so speaking of hands, I don't think I can keep 2 Degree Mills, Sudden Commandment, Piranhas, and Border Control. So I could theoretically put one of these out there, force him to steal it, slow him down that way, but I don't have a kill in hand. I only have Sudden Commandment for draw, and I don't want that. And I don't want to be sitting on 6 points in the early one, even though they are relatively difficult to steal.
You didn't mention Rashida either. So. You probably want to gem an early Rashida, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that early Rashida, but I'm talking turn 2, 3, that kind of thing. So, but early on, you want some draw, you want some econ.
No, that's not a good hand. You don't want any of that. Early, any draw, any econ is a good start. Punitive in your hand, having one of your win condition pieces, Punitive or Neurospike is really good. The unfortunate thing is Lat stopped playing Burner because it doesn't really work well with Lat, so you're comfortable holding your pieces in hand. I think we might have to deal with some coupulations. That could be a problem at some point. Notably also, this matchup might be a bit more tricky if Eric gets a good start because we know he's on Amakua and we don't have him a virus and we largely can't spend a turn to purge. So if Amakua gets to 6, RA sucks, and that's going to be a problem we have to deal with. Ideally, at that point, we have more money. But
that's what the border control is for.
I'm such a jerk. I'm getting rid of this hand. Just a second.
That hand is okay. I don't know how much better it is. You definitely want to get your economy up as fast as possible if you're the runner, because then you don't have to deal with punitive. That hand has a lot of cards that are dead, like Prisha. Cataloger early doesn't really matter too much, I don't think, but the Dirty Laundry into Amaku is a nice start. Double Cataloger's a bit whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. That's okay.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be tricky. I think if he just puts down Stone Chip and doesn't do anything, it's up to you to get the speed. And this is where having alternate win conditions and having the core damage into the Neurospike, sometimes even stacking 2 of them matters, but the direct route is going to be a bit trickier into Stone Chip for sure. And I expect Stone Chip to be a thing.
Oh, for sure.
I mulled my hand and I'm sad about it. I had a Diesel and a Sure Gamble and some cards I didn't care about. And then the first card off of the
top was
Amakua,
Yeah, just doing Amakua and touching everything while you're not able to die to punitive early. Amakua to 6, you'll be able to run down everything, which is great.
I wanted to find Amakua ideally, and I was like, maybe I find it, but now I'm cursed and I can't get it for sure.
You also have one copulation. That's going to be really important. If you ever copulate one of the neurospikes, there's only one other win condition. It's the other copy of neurospike. And if you copulation both of those, okay.
Well, so that's the thing is that, he has the simul chips, so you can actually get to
I can do both.
copulation thing, even though there's only one.
But
in
you
the
can't
list,
hold.
Right.
Yes.
You want to hold them.
That is true. Yeah, but all right. I'm gonna keep this hand because I don't have a choice.
I'm not sad about this hand.
I'm not super happy about this one, but we're
Can
gonna
you
take
tilt it a
it.
bit more towards the camera, Nick?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll try not to look at the screen.
So my quality of my image on Discord is not amazing. That like seeing from
Sorry.
the titles, it's much easier to see from the art.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Sick.
That-
Okay,
that I
so
can't see.
Well, deal. All right.
my best.
That's that. We're gonna mandatory draw, and we've mandatory drawn into that.
Yes.
My thought is, there's two options here. We can go digging by putting
I think
those
that's
two
fine.
together, and then
Well,
try
you
to
start-
figure out what we're doing.
yeah, so our pressure servers, we don't really have a reason to ice HQ.
Yep.
You could consider icing R&D, but oftentimes you want to put the remote server and just put 2 ice on that. 1 ice on R&D sooner than later is fine because trick shot's a card. But generally we want to build the remote server, and if we put something into the remote server on turn 1, that's our best case.
Yep. And
I
we wanna
like
draw
that
for
start.
So, all right. So we are going to sudden commandment to draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Then we are going to play a non-terminal operation, which will be predictive planogram to draw 3 cards. We have drawn many cards.
Chat, we will
one.
largely be not super talkative, I think, tonight with chat. It's scrolling by here, but we want to leave the airways open for Andre and Nick and everybody.
Yep.
I'm reading the chat though, so you can have fun with me.
And then I'm thinking of building out our remote with these 2. I've got backups, and that's a good, easy, early one.
So we're
and
gonna
this is
spoil a bit.
temptation.
Yeah.
If you put something in the remote server, what is Eric going to think it is?
Most likely he's going to think it's a Rashida.
Cool. So that's fine for us. I think it's hard for him to contest this early. If he gets down like an Amakua, some of the low strength stuff is a bit annoying. That's a problem. But yeah, I think putting something in the server and forcing Nick to answer the problem you're presenting is great. Now, the big issue here is we don't have a lot of credits. Like, we don't have a YDL. There's no punitive threat. That's a hard thing to fix. This deck has it's a YDL thing. Like, we wanted to draw YDL there. We didn't.
So
but I
guess
think if
the
you put
other
the game into the remote
option-
server.
The other options would be this. Or, sorry, where did that card go?
In my massive hand.
Yes. That's the
Yeah.
one that I'm worried that you'll lose on HQ, but I don't think there's a great reason to run HQ here. It's actually not that bad, but I'd either do that or the other card you were thinking. Either of them in the remote server is fine.
Okay. Let's do that for click 2, and then click 3. I think I'm gonna do that one actually because it provides me with a little better follow-up. So then I have to do 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to get rid of 2. I'm thinking here.
Yeah, you have 2 of those, right?
You really only need 1, and then honestly, this one here as well.
I would never jettison anything that either looks like your win condition or is your win condition.
Okay, fair enough. So in that case, we'd be looking at, the option is either to pitch both of those, which I don't like. That's a win con, and so it'd probably be these 2.
Do you have, how much ice do you have in your hand?
3. 2, excuse me, after the install.
Okay, so I agree maybe with the first thing you did with the one that I called your win con. I think you can just jettison it. That's fine.
Okay, all right, that was
I
my
think
thought.
you're gonna need some of that ice,
Especially-
and that ice
yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah, that was my thought. I was reluctant to give it up, especially because it can be pretty taxing if you've got repeated runs going. But in any event, those are my 3 clicks.
Cool.
Hello.
I have 5 cards in hand.
What are you calling, by the way?
Event,
Good.
You don't say.
right?
Where's
Shocking.
I have. Okay. It is. Azmari says event.
It's going to be event.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna let it rip. So I'm gonna go click 1 Amakua, click 2 Dirty Laundry. That's all the money.
Seems good. Where are we laundrying?
We're laundrying HQ.
Okay.
Good choice. Now, you can only touch cards in this matchup if you're not going to die to punitive. Are you going to die to punitive?
I would probably not die to punitive because I'll have time to draw back up.
Great. Well, it's more the money than the card draw.
I don't think that he's going to double punitive me, and I'll have my Dirty Laundry.
Good. I don't think you do. Nick, take your $2.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an event, huh? And it resolves before the event hits the
Yeah.
bin, which I learned from.
I can't trash that.
Would you like to?
No.
Too bad.
Amakua gets a counter, which was the whole point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Get the money. I have Amakua with a counter for free. 2 clicks. And then, honestly, it's Run Again HQ,
Okay.
I think.
I'm gonna shuffle up these cards so you don't know which one is the one that you saw.
That's smart.
Right.
That one. It's a punitive. That goes up to 2. And then last click, I'll play Creative Commission.
Seems
Okay.
good.
We
Two
didn't-
events.
But what you did is good. You're not dying to punitive, and very importantly, you played 2 events in turn. The worst thing you can do is play an event every turn because currently Nick's money sucks. So you want to make sure you're just not giving him 2 cards a turn. We're not getting the Latra, which is a bummer. We have to make a choice. But honestly, if you just get Amakua to 6, I'm pretty sure you win.
Yeah, I'm concentrating on Amakua for sure. It's like a tunnel vision thing right now, but
It is rough for me for sure.
It's not bad as long as your money is good. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna mandatorily draw.
Before you mandatory draw, you should almost always consider resing the Spin Doctor first, because then you can see what you're drawing, and then you can choose to Spin Doctor cards from your archives back into your deck and have a slightly better mandatory draw. Because no matter what on our turn, we're always resing the Spin Doctor. You almost always should do it before you mandatory draw.
That makes sense to me.
That's actually something that I have never considered.
Okay.
All right.
So now we can decide, because we still have our mandatory draw, whether we want to shuffle one of these cards back in our hand, knowing what this turn's going to look like. I don't think there's a big reason, but you can tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton. I mean, it would just be more digging, and I don't know that that is,
That's fine.
It doesn't change the odds really.
Cool.
To do that. So we are then going to mandatorily draw. All right.
Okay.
So on our turn, what do we want to get set up here? No, go
We
ahead.
have problems because the way is if Eric gets his Amaku up to big. However, this is also the issue that not playing Send a Message is going to bring up, is that if we don't have more money than him, he can run everything. And still, barring actually touching the re-educations, he can touch everything and steal everything because we have less money than him, and we're probably going to have less money than him. That's a hard thing to fix with this hand, so we might have to go for one of those like, oops, I hope there's a YDL, because we don't have the money to score out, we don't have the money to do the combo, we don't have the money to threaten ice, we have very little money to do stuff. So here we have to get a bit, I'm assuming, desperate to find a YDL.
All right, so I'm thinking click 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
The other option would be this, but I don't think we want to shuffle things back in. So let's...
Yeah, generally you want to do your draw into your draw before you do draw into your shuffle.
Yep. Sudden Commandment to draw 2.
Yeah, that's good.
That's actually kind of unfortunate, given the rest of it. No,
that's okay.
So
Because now you can do the other one.
That's true. I'm then going to use the Sudden Commandment to play that, which will draw me 2 more cards. All right. So that was 1 click.
Okay.
Now,
If you say so.
I'm thinking we resolve the second half of the Sudden Commandment for this.
Yeah, we just need to get money.
And keep this. So that I'm going to reveal a Degree Mill, shuffle that back into the deck, and just gain 2.
Do you want to do both of them?
I don't. Well, maybe with the monetary situation.
Because we don't have money to deal with
Yeah.
that, and if he runs HQ to farm with Amaku, it's safe for an R&D to some extent.
That's fair. I'm also going to reveal that for another 2.
A re-education and a Grima.
Yes,
Yeah.
going back into the deck. That is all click 1.
Wow, yeah.
Yep.
Meter's saying Sam here is so bad compared to Greenmill. I actually argue that it's sometimes the opposite, because obviously it's hard to steal, but we kind of want Eric to touch an agenda and die to punitive. Like, we don't want him the choice to be like, I
Right.
don't want to steal that.
Right.
Like, it actually is an interesting choice. I don't think one's strictly better than the other.
I think that you.
It depends on what people are playing.
Part of
around.
the strength of the deck is that you can kind of do.
There's
There's like
so
5
many
different
things.
variants you can play, and it's like, which one is it? It's like a 3-card Monty kind of thing.
Yep.
Only
like,
it's
at
a
the end of the
40-card
day-
Monty.
My guess is most runners are not beating this by like stealing 9 points faster than the combo. Is that they just get to a point where they're unkillable and the game crumbles. So I don't think you have to quickly steal a degree mill to win this game.
Yeah, I think I just need to like be ready to go get the re-education before it kills me, or the whatever it is you're about to score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So my thought is now we need to pop this because we need to put something in here.
Yes.
And the thing that makes the most sense to put back, I think, are these 2.
I Those are better for the late game. That's totally fine. I think we might have learned here that putting the Spin Doctor in the remote server, I don't honestly know if the deck goes... Like, I don't know what it would take for Eric to face check it. That maybe having a Spin Doctor in a new server so that we can still keep a Spin Doctor might have been better for us. That might be something we're learning here.
That has been how I've generally played it, but
Yeah, that's fair.
we have other options. So let's
we'll be
put that off to the side. So we put those 2 back in so we can continue drawing when we draw more. Then we come to our second click.
The longest click ever.
Yes.
90 seconds.
Yeah,
So
Judge. Jeff's in chat.
our second click, I think, is clearly this.
Yeah, we probably just want to get cards out of our hand.
And then we
as
just
best we can.
protect with this. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my thought. All right.
Great.
So let's install, spending 1. And then
Okay, do you want to
2, 3,
play open deck lists?
4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What's in the remote server?
Me? What's in the remote server? It's feeling like it's either a Rashida or a like a Hollow Man or one of the combo pieces, but not.
So you're assuming it's Rashida because he trashed the Spin Doctor. You don't have to do that if it's a Holloman, right?
Oh, that's true.
So like, if you know this is the open deck list, he's playing Falsified. You might actually just want to pre-res the Rashida.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because otherwise I can use it for a counter and 5 credits.
Okay.
And an Amaku, yeah.
So
yeah,
you would do it.
So that was click 2, click 3. I'm done there. Well, I do need to pitch a card here, and I could do it during the paid ability window at the start of your turn if I wanted to.
Res, yeah.
But yes, you could.
So
But you can always go before he spends a click.
Right.
yes, I do have to decide on what I am getting rid of, which is I think it's got to be this.
How many cards in hand?
I have 6 right now.
Okay. And what is the one that is the furthest left out? The second left. Oh, this one. You're gonna not like throwing that one out, but I think honestly against an Amaku, you throw that one out.
Sorry, this one?
No, the one after
No,
that.
this one.
Is it a Piranha?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not happy about it, but
Okay. 5.
okay, we're down to 5.
All right. So now I actually have like a lat thing.
I know.
You have to loudly yell event, or the judge will get you.
You don't with Azmari.
Because it says last name this way.
It's the last name.
You
this
have to
way.
say it once.
It's not like Bonhar.
Just say it once.
Yeah.
I did.
All right. I'm gonna draw a card.
Oh, do you want to res something?
Yes.
Yeah, you probably do.
Let's res a Rashida.
Yeah.
For those watching at home, this is only a very cursed interaction because I know Eric is on 3 falsified. If the deck is not open deck list, don't pre-res your Rashida. It's
Right.
not worth anything. Don't.
You're
do
on 3 falsifieds?
Yeah.
Monster.
It's Amakua. 2. Gonna draw. Okay. 3 run HQ.
So what do you?
So I was looking for anything to continue to set up my board state. If I do want to eventually steal a re-education, which I don't, not a re-education, a degree mill, which I don't actually want to do just yet. Then I need something installed. But in particular, I'm looking for my console so that I can start drawing cards.
So okay, this is the way that I see it. What do you think is in Nick's hand?
A bunch of his combo pieces.
What does touching them do? What does touching them do?
Get me counters on Amakua.
Cool. How soon do we need how many counters?
We probably need up to 6 counters by as soon as next turn seems like a stretch, probably 2 turns from now.
Cool. I agree with that. I think you need 6 counters. I don't think you need them today, but you're going to need them soon. What I would highly recommend, and this is going to be a very big problem for Nick, is that if you spend this turn and not play events, get that lat draw, and just find a stone chip,
Yeah.
you're kind of unkillable. So step 1, put the Amakua pressure on. We've kind of got there. Step 2, don't die. Step 3, get your economy up. You need to make sure you're doing all 3 steps. I think right now we're focusing too much on 1. You also need to make sure you're hitting 2 or 3. Because eventually punitive will be a problem, and then eventually we'll just die.
Okay.
Congratulations, you drew your don't die card.
I drew one of the don't die cards.
But if you install
But
it,
if I don't install, I get yeah. See, this
Then
is
you don't
so
get
it's
the
a click
lat
for
draw.
credit, or now it's a run. Now it's run.
As long as you don't die to punitive here, you can make a run.
Okay. Are we running HQ or R&D?
It's runner credits minus 1 for that, right? 9.
You have Link. It's
I have
about
Link.
yeah. I don't think you're gonna
This is
die,
okay.
and it would need to be ridiculous for you to die.
But
Just,
double
I'm just
punitive
saying.
is impossible here. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna run the hand.
Okay.
Um, That one.
This one?
Yeah. It's a spin doctor. That's fine.
That can
You
stay?
can stay.
Okay.
I don't want to trash it. I go to
All right.
3.
I think you can consider.
Yeah.
It's less important without like Jupestad you can trash, Neurospike you can't interact with, but like stopping card draw and stopping recursion from the deck is worth something. It's a bit close.
Yeah, with the Amakuwa counters getting to 6 being a big thing, that's
It,
I don't know.
It taking me down to 7 was more the consideration for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I get the lat draw here.
Okay.
And then it's your turn.
I'm gonna trigger this Hoshiko. So let's draw 3. 1, 2, 3, and gain 3.
He drew 4 YDLs. That's good.
Exactly. And then top deck. So the question is, do we want to get rich or do we want to get even?
It's funny. I didn't
you
really,
need
I didn't even feel the slightest pressure to challenge that. Rashida.
Yeah. So these are my
I don't think you need to.
thoughts. You don't think I need both? Just this?
No, sorry. I don't think he needs to challenge the Rashida.
Oh, I see.
I think it's worth considering, but like I think you're in a comfortable spot that you actually don't have to do that. If you get Amakuwa to 6, it doesn't matter how many cards and credits he has, and then you have a don't kill piece. That's my guess. I don't think you knew.
Yeah.
But that's not good Netrunner gameplay outside of like if you're playing HB, challenge it. This is a bit different.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay.
my turn. Coming up on click 1, having done all of my draws. I mean, this seems the obvious combo. The only question, I don't think this is worth it as just additional on top of that. Because I have this and this that I could set up.
Yeah, before you commit to the line, the first like 2 obvious cards to you, which are like the good cards to play together, you want to figure out how many cards you're gonna have in your hand, what you're gonna discard, and what the rest of your turn is. Because we need to balance getting a truckload of money with also trying to win the game. So the best case scenario is like you put something in the remote server, maybe 2 things in the remote server, and get money. So just make sure it's harder for me to tell like how many cards you'll have, how many you discard. Discarding cards is not the end of the world, but just kind of actualize the rest of your turn before you commit to the first click.
All right, so I'm at 9 in hand. That would be 8, 7, 6. I would still have to pitch 1, which is not the easiest decision, but it's probably this.
I honestly don't know if this is the line too, but I'm starting to get worried that we might have to ice up every single central server. I don't know if we have the ice to sustain that, and we also have some pretty low strength ice, which to help, but unless we can get a bucket load of money, which is the only way that we'll beat double punitive, which is still really hard to stone ship. Like we're gonna need double, triple punitive, something wild.
Okay, so we might as well. Our combo is going to be drawing a bunch, making a ton of money, and just sitting on 3 punitives and waiting. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, but not exactly waiting. You have to also push the game forward.
Oh, for sure. Yes. Yeah. So we're going to start with the sudden commandment to draw 2. Then we are going to play a non-terminal, which I think is going to be predicted planogram to draw 3.
Game 3 is just as good because you're going to be discarding fewer cards.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
We didn't see those cards.
I don't know what they are. 1, 2, 3. Then click 2.
Like, it'd be good if there's something we're exactly looking for, which might be the case, but then we're discarding a lot of cards.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Which might not be wrong.
I mean, I could be looking for another of that, but
Nick loves drawing
I don't know.
cards.
It's the best thing to do.
Drawing cards is good. Yeah.
Click 2 is going to be YDL for I will spend the 2 because I find the counting easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8. What? Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8.
We did it.
There we go. Now I have 1 click remaining. I think I should install this.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then pitch. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Is everything okay?
Chad, are you here?
Chat might have gone. Chat's going in and out, but. So I'm thinking I install this outside, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Andrej's
I'll have
here.
7, and I will pitch these 2.
It's just a party.
I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's good. And that's the sort of the thing. It's like, imagine that we were playing a different agenda suite. Running archives wins you the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's me. I have 5 cards remaining in hand. 10, 15, 17 money.
Okay.
And something on the table. I don't know what it could be.
Something.
It's a mystery to me.
So I think I want to continue to not play events for a bit.
Okay.
But
I think this is a fine turn. His money is kind of cooked. Like, just play 2 events in a turn. You're feeling good. He has the money.
Yeah, like
I looked over and he had played that YDL, huh?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell here if I want to just do this to go find a console or if I want to play some cards. It's going to take me 3 clicks anyway.
I like the first one.
Okay. Playing Diesel.
I'm going to gain 2 money.
1, 2, 3. That's interesting.
Do you have another event to play this turn?
I do. It's this. After maybe
That's
this.
pretty low value.
It's to go get a blue card that's helpful.
What blue card,
Yeah.
pray tell?
You know, like that's something I could do.
I think the blue card's going to be very good for you.
Yeah, me too. That's why.
But I think here you might just want to set up all the cards that you think are the most important.
Strong. All right.
I don't know if you have to do exactly that right now, but
I'm
you're right.
I'm gonna
Going
do
blue
this.
card is good. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a
Oh,
falsified.
I don't know if you need to do
That's
that.
fair.
I don't, but it's money and it's a counter. So
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 1.
So
yeah.
I know you have 3 of them deck. That card is going to be really important because if you can use it on a turn that it matters to pinhole the right thing, it wins you the game. Now you have other copies, so I don't think you have to be too precious about it, but just understand the information on a right turn is really good because say you're in a situation where you can't run the remote server because you'll get punitive because you have too little money, you just know what to pinhole and then you can walk away.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It is a super valuable card, and this might be using it.
But I know you have other copies, so you don't have to be too precious about it.
Right. So I'm gonna name asset.
Really?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Look, it's an asset.
Turns out it is.
So it goes to
indeed
4. I get 5
an
credits.
asset.
And I'm not super sad about that because also the event compression. I'm gonna install a stone chip. You're on 5, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we just put down a simul chip.
I'm going to res this and go to 7.
Now, if you want to get lat draw, you can pop the stone ship, but don't do it because that's your don't die button.
It is my don't die button. I don't think I need to do that. Although I could probably find another stone chip with it. That was the last click for simul chip, and I'm on 5. So you denied me my lat draw, and it's your turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Probably meant to pre-res the spin? No, I don't think so. I don't think you want to open up HQ to unknown cards midway through the turn for no reason. Like, I think the falsify on the spin doctor is not particularly good.
Yeah, I mostly wanted to not have to pitch it and to get 2 events in a turn. That was the only reason.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did it.
it's fine. I just don't think it's the line you're playing ground.
All right. So first things first. Are we doing anything with this spin doctor that's on the table? I think the answer is no.
Eric Keelback coming into chat asking if we're going to be at Worlds again.
As is tradition.
I think he's asked this before. I was just gonna say, yeah.
Like literally
still
every
yes.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is just additional advertising. So yeah, no, I don't think I need to put any of these back into the deck at the moment. So we are not going to. We are just going to mandatorily draw, going to 8 cards.
So our best thing that we can do here is now try and close the game off and put our win condition in the remote server and say, like, you have to deal with this now because technically we have a credit lead. Now that's still gonna be hard. And also some of this is you have to present a problem that does or doesn't exist. That's up to our opponent to guess. But like we're at the point that we just need to keep our money up and we have to start trying to close the game up because the longer this goes, the worse it is for us.
Yep. Okay. So step 1 to doing that, I think, is drawing more cards so we can get to the win condition. So we have got a couple of options there, but I can like burst draw a ton right here, provided I'm okay pitching some of this stuff.
You'll draw a YDL, it'll be sick.
It'll be great. So I'm gonna play like the 6th sudden commandment I played this game, I think, to draw 2.
Okay, starting the timer on this click. Go ahead.
Yep. Okay. And then I'm going to play another card, which is predicted planogram, and I'm gonna use gain 3 money.
I'm curious if anyone in
That's
chat
click
ever
1.
hears us say a whole nother and goes, what is that? But it's sorry, go ahead.
Click 2 and click 3, I believe. Does that make more sense? Yeah, I think that makes sense here. Okay.
So check this out. The version of the deck you're playing right now, you're actually not presenting lethal, right? Because there's no way that we can flatline the rudder with 2 cards on our own server. Now, your opponent might not know that, and I don't mean Eric, just like the abstract opponent might not know that. And what's really cool about the red level clearance version is that you actually can flatline the runner with 2 cards on our own server, and some folks won't see that coming.
It has been the card that I've missed the most is the red level clearance. So yeah,
I think it's pretty
something
slick.
I am playing around with, but we'll see.
You can't present lethal in this deck with 2 cards in remote because one is a hollow man, one is the agenda, and then you hollow to get 3, and you can't score. You need 2 hollow men.
Advance. Yeah.
You need 2 hollow men to go hollow man advance, and then you have a click to.
It's not even just that, right? That would be one way to do it, but I also just don't. I would need another click to do the like if this were a Jupstad. No, I still couldn't kill you. Yeah, no, this is not presenting lethal.
2 cards won't unless red level clearance can clicklessly install a Jupstad.
Yep.
Right.
So.
Right.
All right. So,
but if you advance one of those cards twice, then it's lethal next turn.
Correct.
No.
Wait.
If you just do install advance,
It's possibly
then you can install the Holloman. You can only get 2 advancements. I don't think you can do, but you need like seamless.
Yeah.
No, if this is no, I mean like if these 2 cards are here and one of them is advanced, that's threatening
Advance
lethal,
once.
right? Twice.
Oh yeah, twice. Because then I just
Yeah,
flip the
Hollow
Hollow
Man
Man
double
6.
advancements and a card.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
But
mean,
like,
click-wise,
let's be
that just
honest.
wasn't
There's
happening.
there's a stone ship. Like we also still can't kill with the narrow spike.
Yeah.
Oh no, we can. We can beat 1 stone ship. We can't beat 2 stone ships. Excuse me.
So Meteor, the influence spend stopping the RLC is actually the border control.
You're on
which I think
5?
is the issue. I'm currently on 6. I am debating
You will be on
over
5.
these ones as far as pitches.
Those cards are the most interesting because of their text. I think
I
it's the middle one that like doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. But
I don't know if we're talking about the same one. The smaller one. That one doesn't do anything.
this one, that's what was okay. So that was my initial impression. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would talk in more detail.
Like the value of that card
My
is that
opponent's,
it
like,
is a
sitting
gear
right
check.
here.
No, it's fine. But like the
Well-
value of that card is that it's a gear check that forces a solution. Our opponent already has a solution on the table. The tag actually doesn't matter.
I think it does specifically because his not kill is stone chip.
Sure, but
it can
either
force
he'll
him
pop
to-
the stone ship,
Right.
and or he shouldn't run last click.
I mean, yes, obviously, but
Yeah.
but even then, it takes money out, which improves my punitive math. So I think there are some benefits, but yeah, it's more marginal than the other options. Anyway,
You're
it's your turn.
right.
At 5 in hand.
Yeah, you have 5 in hand. I need 1 more card installed if I want to be able to. Well,
Monogram technically matters, yes, but we played 2 of them.
You want re-education in there. You don't want degree mills. You're not jamming
No.
degree mill.
I think we're scoring out in this deck. Come on.
Yeah.
Seen how many cards I've drawn.
I actually am a little bit paralyzed. I'm not sure if I should try and chase that, which I think I can. But then,
As long as you don't die to punitive, you can.
but I also have bad analysis for punitive death odds here.
So you're really good at not dying to punitive because you're going to be on lat, and right now Nick is on 5 cards in hand.
right.
So there's no way
Yeah,
really
it'd have
for
to be
him to not end his turn on
triple
6.
Somehow.
Unless a Piranhas fires, and then he'll be on 6 cards in hand, and then even then he needs to do double punitive. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we'll draw. We will play a falsified again. And we'll call this one an upgrade.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
incorrect.
I thought you would put it on the top.
No.
So why are you falsifying? Also,
For
Nick, get your $2.
money and a counter to contest piranhas.
You can contest piranhas anyway.
There's
Pop.
6. There's
Hey, then you
6.
pop the stone chip,
I don't want to do
and then
that.
you just go through it.
That's technically true. I wouldn't use the stone ship like that, but I think you can just like run centrals and get on
Yeah.
the coup
I
counters.
just want to encourage you to to pop the stone chip.
It would have been better.
wrong
That's what I
about
want.
that.
But then I'm also running last click. But I did this, and I named the wrong guy.
You did expose something. So you do get a counter.
That's true.
Yeah, Nick, you get $2, huh?
That is true.
Right? Like giving the $2 and you get $4 makes that not the best protection against punitive.
Yeah, it's true. And I went down. Okay. Well, now we've already done that.
That's okay. We don't have to run the remote server. Just get to 6 counters. Just don't die, and then
Yeah,
we'll be able to
I'm
deal
not
with them the
killing you
following
this
turn.
turn.
Yeah, you can't die.
That's true. I can't die this turn. We already established this. All right, we'll run HQ.
Okay.
That one.
This one.
That's the one. It's a Serevna that goes to 6.
Oh, that's the magic number.
And I have 5 cards. Do I care? I guess I'll just click for no. Yeah, just click for credit. Flat draw.
Wrong is also probably fine there, and you can discard a card. Both of them are okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're gonna need the propeller. You have Amakua.
You don't? I was kind of thinking I wouldn't mind it in a backup case in case he ices up and
Right, that's what you have
purges, but
simul-chip for.
I have simul-chips for
Like, you don't,
that.
yeah, you don't have to worry about that
yeah.
world.
Also, I mean, the only barriers in the deck are ping and border control.
That was a good draw. So
That's a really good draw.
yeah, let's get rid of propeller.
Okay.
Okay.
My
Now do
turn
you get lat
again?
draw?
And now I get lat draw. 5. Okay.
Turn
Pretty good.
begins. Do I have anything I'd like to shuffle back in? I don't think so.
It's good that you're checking though.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing I can really... Yeah, nothing that does too much for me if I shuffle it back in.
It's purging
One
efficient? No.
exception.
If we purge, just
Oh.
runs R&D 4 times.
Yeah.
We waste a turn.
Well, if
He
he
wastes a
purges... Well, no, if he purges, he goes to 4.
Yeah, and then what do you do?
Yeah, we take the turn that we would have taken anyway.
Yeah, you can't
okay.
purge.
Yep. All right, so we are going to mandatorily draw then. That's interesting.
That is a cool card.
Yeah, it is a neat card.
So you have to force him to interact with you because he could die. He could. You're hoping he could.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it is gonna be. I'm trying to figure out how many times I need to advance this to make this work. I think just twice. So
Twice is fine.
2 advancements and an install of that.
Great.
Sounds good to me. So we will advance on there, and then I'm going to install a card for my 3rd click. You played 2 falsifieds?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, out of the 3, you mean?
Yep. That's my turn. I have 5 cards in hand.
Okay. Good turn. I think that's the best that we have there. Honestly, we can revisit this game and in general see if we can ice up everything to stop Amakua because Amakua is going to be a problem for us. But we're on track to do something, which is great. Your credit thresholds are in base 3. I cannot interact with them. How much money do you got?
That's better.
5, 10,
21
11,
credits.
21.
Okay. And cards in hand? 5.
5 currently, yes.
Which, if you can get to lower than 5 cards to play around that helps. Especially being a 5 cards is really rough when we're a punitive deck.
But he wants to be high
that's a hard thing
because
for us to
of
fix.
re-education, right?
But I can draw
High
prior
enough.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
there's other stuff. I mean, I can planogram
Yes.
to draw
So technically,
3
what you're worried about
Hollow Man
is that like
kill you.
yeah.
So
We're assuming that the remote server is either a Spin Doctor or Rashida. If it is one of those, right, that is a way to make Piranhas stronger or have more cards in hand to dodge Lat. That will only work with Spin Doctor, but that's something to keep in mind. Piranhas doesn't technically matter because we're on Amakua. But we're at the point here where we need to start either stealing agendas and or not dying.
Yep. My plans involved checking that. Probably trying to do a cupulation, like check an 8 card in HQ, and if I get a kill piece, cup it, and then run the remote 3rd click probably. 4th click.
I
4th click. That's all I have to do in 1 turn.
Yeah, you're too ambitious,
Yeah.
which is a good compliment.
Oh, thanks.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
because you need to install the cupulation.
Yeah. I can't get that all done because of that's 1.
Just do one thing well,
Yeah.
which is don't die.
Yeah, I think I could don't die pretty well.
Yeah.
So, Stone Chip.
That's a pretty good don't die
It's a
card.
don't die card. Yeah. Play a trick shot.
I will gain 2.
So
Yeah. Andre?
trick shot's like fine. This is where like playing send a message. Sometimes you can accidentally steal 6 points on this turn and lose, which is like, dude, you don't do that to Degree Mill. There's like very big changes with Agenda Suite. I'm a big send a message believer, but I haven't seen enough Degree Mill gameplay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the accidental steals. All right, so
You're in.
Yeah.
C2.
1.
Stay. Yeah.
You gained 2 on your trick shot.
That's
I don't know how tall that stack is.
It's 5, which is not a legal number at all. That's 6.
It's true. You could have used it to... No, you can't, actually. You can't bump on my Kua. Anyway, second one.
Wow, that's fun. Stays. So this
For
goes
the
to
camera,
7.
can you show what it is? Because
Yeah,
we can't
yeah.
see it.
I'm not going to look because
Cool.
I'm not allowed to see.
Cool. Thank
All right,
you.
I'm gonna do the. This is gonna make me cringe a little bit, but there.
May 6? Have you read the organized play
Fine.
policies? That's not allowed.
Fine. 52.
Thank you.
How about that? 2 and 5.
Wait, what?
Like
Is this in the policies?
generally, if you have
Yeah.
D6s, you should go to 5 and then use a new die for the next 5.
Okay.
So you can just go 5.
That's
10,
how we
15,
build
20.
society as a whole. That's a really good idea.
You have 10 fingers.
Wait, what?
All right,
Usually.
so we're gonna run the remote.
And I'm just raising both of these, yeah.
Depends what they are, but the thing is, at the end of the day, maybe resing this is wrong because you're taxing out of house money, not real money, and you need to have more money to flatline him.
Right.
It's going to be really hard to flatline him, but he still has to respect it. But if you're resing an ice for 4 that he breaks for free, that's a bad trade if you're trying to kill him.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Also, I've spent this, and if I don't have spending it, and I've given you 2 credits, it's like
Is your
silly.
second click.
I'll use it for trash, I guess. But
So I think resing the innermost one makes sense. Let's just show that to the camera.
Yeah, that's fine.
It ends up being, yeah.
I'm
Unless
assuming
you
one of
think
these
there's
is a
gonna
border
be-
control here.
Unless you think there's going to be some point in the future where we can get him on a more taxed turn, which is hard to believe. Honestly, the game is a bit slipping.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
you might just
feeling
want to
very
throw
in
it and see
control.
what happens. No, I don't think spot.
All right, so we'll
No
get
res.
past here and then on approach. Are you continuing here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Good
I'll,
check.
I'll
good
res
check,
the
good
ping.
check.
Okay. So I take a tag.
You see, the thing is, like, sometimes forgets he's tagged, which is like, that's good for us.
That's true. I do sometimes forget.
Yep.
All right, so I'll access the face down first.
There's 2 face downs.
The face down non-agenda. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This card.
This one.
Technically correct, yeah.
Okay.
Trash.
Yeah. What a shocker.
Yeah. And then we steal the reeducation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Skins in the game. Ah,
Yeah.
Wow.
loud.
That was very loud.
Chat, is that super loud for you too? I would love to know. Relative to our voices, is that just insanely loud? Because maybe the answer is that.
Just the Wario cry?
No,
No, the scoring.
Oh, I can't
thing
hear. I
sound.
can't hear the scoring, so I thought we were just worrying.
I did not.
It's like when you're
anticipate
playing
it
the
being
first
that.
time on JNet and
Yep.
all the volumes are way too high.
And
No,
you're like,
it wasn't okay. All right. Nick and I were just like, ugh. Good, that's good.
Okay. All right. So that was quick too.
I need to clear tag and draw a card, I think. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna clear tag.
You usually do in the other order.
So you can see the card. Card could matter.
But I know, how could it affect me not wanting to clear the tag?
I don't know. Maybe you're playing biobands. I don't know.
Maybe it's networking.
If there was such a card in this deck, then I would agree. And then I lat draw. 5, right?
Yes.
It depends. You should ask.
Yeah.
I'm at 5.
Action.
No action.
Okay.
Cool.
I always check, my lat draw before I draw it.
Okay. So I'm resing the Rashida. The question
Oh,
is,
this trick shot's gone.
I think now makes sense to use that to put these 2 cards back in. These 2.
Okay, so how many cards does he have?
6.
7, 8, 9, 10.
So the thing that we can do here is if we do 1 punitive, he has to pop 1 of the stone chip, as long as we have the math to do the second punitive. Now, we could do triple punitive. If that's the case, we can shuffle back into their deck every single copy of Sudden Commandment and assume that we'll just pop the fuck off and do like Sudden Commandment, YDL, and click punitive, 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 punitive.
Punitive's all the way down.
So that's an option.
Pew, 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 pew,
I don't
pew,
know if
pew.
it's realistic, but we probably have to do something here. And at the end of the day, it's going to be disastrous because we're going to liquidate our own economy base. It's going to be pretty bad.
All right. So you're saying in that case it would be Sudden Commandment rather than
How many commandments are in there?
2.
Because commandments are now on threat 3, which means we can buy ourselves clicks back, which means we can threaten some weird stuff if we can set up the combo. The problem is like the same situation we're in now, we're going to be in next turn, which is making me again not confident about our board state, but means that we have to do something here because the remote server is still trash.
Yeah. All right, so I think I do pop the spin. I'm going to put the 2 commandments back in.
Cool.
Before the Rashida.
Yes. Yeah, before the Rashida or my mandatory.
Commandment has been a sleeper for me, but it is now one of my most favoritist cards of the set.
Card does
Me
so
too.
many things.
I love
it. It's yellow trick shot. The attacks just keep on going.
For what it's worth, I'm enjoying red level clears more than that. And it's just like fun red level clearance.
Yeah. Modal cards are pretty cool, or just things that let you allow creativity are good.
Yep.
Honestly, this is kind of sound dumb, but I like trick shot in this deck specifically because a shaper likes trick shot. This is amazing.
Huh.
Call the news team. But having on Makua and getting to trick shot and see cards and then go, no, not going to steal those just to get an extra virus counter on the way into the server can be pretty cool.
All right. So let's see here. So this is an option. All right, so you're on 8. You have 6 cards in hand, correct?
6.
Okay. You've stolen 3. So if I punitive you once,
you have to force a stone chip here, and even then we're not in a great spot. But I think you have to do it.
So all right, so you have 8 credits. It will be a trace of 5, but you're starting at 1. So I would need to spend 4 over top of it, so it's 7.
7 to force me.
7 to force.
Well, the first one I just eat, right?
Yeah, but I have to pay to make you. So it would be like so, right? So I play the punitive, and then boost for 4. So that gives it a strength of 9. You have 8, 9. Oh, I have to boost.
Because of the link.
Yeah, because of the link.
And I have to pay it. Because otherwise...
No.
You can't pay it.
Oh, I can't pay it, right? Yeah, I just take the damage.
Yep.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I think that is fine.
Wait. He has 6 cards in hand? Wait, no, this is not good. Because you have to land 3 punitives. It's impossible. No, you... Wait a second. This doesn't make any sense. He has 6 cards, right? So even if you do the second punitive, he can be like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
The problem is as soon as you play the third punitive, he has no window to stone ship, but I don't think you have the money to do 3 punitives unless you do. If you have the money to do 3 punitives, he technically has to pop the stone ships. After the second punitive.
No, not to force it.
Okay, then we can't pursue this unless we want to get like a hand slot window, like he's low on cards.
It's not the worst idea.
All right, so the other option is what, though? Because, like you said, our remote is kind of trash. I guess we can buff it up and throw something in there, in which case I would probably do those.
I think we need to try again.
Can you push soon?
With fewer cards in hand. Yeah, I think we just need to push again.
If you push soon, I probably can't, like... The question is, can I bounce back economically after I spend whatever I need to spend to get in there?
So in that case, with this hand, I am clicking to draw. Okay. No, wait. Okay. Never mind. Hold on.
No.
You just got to look at all your cards. That's a helpful thing to do.
Looking at the hand explains the hand.
Sometimes. Let's see. So if I do that...
So the ice that you have in your hand is actually really good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. These in particular.
Those are good. Yeah.
And then this is kind of dead.
Yeah, you generally don't want to do that.
Yeah. So, all right. So what I'm thinking is, so I've got 2 options, and I think this is probably the better one. It would be install, all right, paying 2. So this is just theoretical. Install. The advance does nothing for me.
No, and then it shows what it is. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. So I could do this for 3, but that's a heck of a lot of money.
Yes, and he only has to render remote
I can
server.
trash the ping too, so that would actually
That saves
save
you
me 2.
Just watch out, like the stuff that you put on the server, you have to res, and then you still need to have credit dominance when you res all that stuff. Do you think you will?
No. So I can only really...
Fake it till you make it.
I mean, I can install one, and then I just... So the options that I have in hand are not great to fix the other issues. So
I think
in
you
that
should
case,
commit to it.
Yeah?
I would do it. That's
Okay.
fine. I'd do it. They're
Alright.
still fine when you res them.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I have 6 in hand.
Are you trashing a ping? Because you
Yes.
paid 1
Yeah,
and 2.
the ping is going away.
Okay.
I owe you 1, and so this is the obvious choice.
Cool.
And that's...
So
my
at
turn.
some point on the turn that we present lethal, we actually want to get to hand, which is unfortunate because that is exactly the opposite text on Degree Mill.
Or
Sorry, not Degree Mill.
What to
Re-education.
hand? You cut for a sec, Andre.
Get
If
4
we
cards
want to
in.
not end on 5 cards in hand,
Ah.
because then you'll get to 6, and then you have to actually stone chip to not die to punitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's just actually kind of legitimately hard to get to 4 cards in hand in this deck.
Yeah, you're drawing a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Because of all the draw, and like you just don't have a ton of installables, and all of your events or operations rather draw you cards. So
Yeah.
in any event,
Okay, so you're on 5.
yes.
We are going to spend the first click drawing for cards. Wow. I'm going to do it again.
But like,
yeah?
if you felt good, say that we had send a message and the trick shot hit a send a message, we win the game.
Ah. Yeah, this is second draw.
Just really pushing the send a message line, huh?
I honestly
Andre
don't
feels-
fully understand the Degree Mills. Like, it's weird. It's like they're
Yeah,
better in different ways. I like the send a message.
The Degree Mill is definitely more all in on like the Jupstad side of the combo. I feel like Degree Mill is transitioning towards cutting the punitives. For
If you
other
cut
stuff.
the punitives, the deck doesn't work.
Probably true.
Okay.
The question is, can you keep playing the punitives, or rather cut the punitives, but make people think you're not cutting them?
You'll run into open deck list problems. But I think in Swiss,
No, not if
maybe.
you don't make
but I
the
honestly
cut.
think
Okay,
No.
it's all about having a plan.
you should just stare in it then, honestly.
Okay, I've played my turn. I drew, played a self-modifying code, and pitched a trick shot and a simul chip and and another SMC.
All right, I have no decisions to make prior to the beginning of my turn, so I'm just going to mandatorily draw. It's a decision, isn't it? But I don't think it's a decision for right now.
How many upgrades do we have access to? How many are out of the game?
Currently, I think all
Yeah.
of them.
That's a problem for us.
Yeah. We
2 spins going.
There's
Ah,
one
the
left.
decision.
There's one left. There's one left.
We kind of need it because if you do, you need to either do triple advance here to thread lethal,
Yeah.
and even then that doesn't beat stone chip. Like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't know how you win here. If
I know.
Eric doesn't make a horrible mistake,
And I might. But we're assuming that I'm a good player
Right.
that won't.
Okay, so I mean...
Do we want to call it?
I-
And then move to the next game?
I think
I would probably call it.
Yeah.
I think
mean-
we'd have to either retry this with like icing a ball central so Amakuwa can't run rampant on turn 1, which like we kind of had the ice to support that, but I don't know if that's a winning line.
Yeah, because then it still means rezzing some of that ice early on to keep it honest, and yeah.
Right.
So the real thing is that you should run archives at some point.
Yeah, I think I heard you say something like that.
Yeah, just 2 degree mills and you
Yeah.
have 4 cards, and that's the game.
That's the game.
Yeah. But that being said, you have no reason to run archives, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't here.
Yeah.
I would not run archives because you could die to punitive. We don't know.
Right.
That's true. I
Well,
guess if
technically you
it's-
can on
no,
stone chip. Like you don't have to.
Yeah, no.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
there's at least you think there's at least one agenda in there. I have 2 spin doctors out of the game, and unless this is a spin doctor, in which case I would have rested at the start of my turn to draw.
Yeah.
You know.
But like
yeah.
all I'm saying is I don't think you need to hunt 6 points on this turn. Like you're in
What's-
such a good spot that you need to take you don't need to take risks.
I don't think so either. What's in the top 4 of that? Not that I don't know.
bad things for me.
Okay. Oh, all right. So we have one agenda there.
You bury the neurospike, you get the re-education, you go back.
I was
Well, you
curious,
win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
curious
Game's over.
if I run here, steal was this.
Get
Yeah.
re-educated.
So if I
That's it,
steal
yeah.
this,
Yep.
install this,
So-
run back, click it, the game.
I
Right.
wonder if you would have, because the ice suite.
Wow.
It's just
wow.
Serapna's.
That's all the way down.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? 2 net damage every
So-
time?
Well, no, it's
You may draw 2 cards. No.
if
'cause-
I give you money, you can only break one of them.
Right,
is what
so-
it is. So then it's up to you to choose.
Oh, that's right.
This is
one
the
you
weird
break.
thing. It's like sometimes
probably
giving
just
him money
taking
actually.
tens.
I think giving money might be wrong here, and that's because
know.
Erica has a limited economy. Like him paying 3 on each of them if
9?
he chooses to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
But the problem is, like, we still
12
can't punitive.
out of me. Like, this is what I'm left with after that. If you haven't played any events, like, that's rough.
Right.
So,
I mean, I would have had access to a trick shot to run through there. So that's
Which would give me
that's
2.
2 of those for free.
right.
Right. And then I have to pay for 1. But then I still have the money afterwards to go cataloger, run, steal. So
Well, I mean, you've already trick shotted, so you've already stolen.
I don't.
no, it was the 4th one.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It was in the top 2.
Okay.
I forget where exactly it was, but my top 2 were Re-Education and Hollow Man.
Right.
So I was looking at it because I was considering what happens if I play the Sudden Commandment that turn.
Right.
But
Just to be clear, if you crack the remote server and you steal the degree mill, like I don't think the line is to put down cataloger and hope you win. The line is just draw to 5 cards and click for credits. Because with 2 stone chip, you don't die. You don't need to take any risks. Just don't die.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is usually how I lose at the I
you get to that
All the
point
time.
in life.
People get to that point, and then the adrenaline starts. And
right.
I gotta do something. And like sometimes the thing you do is just click for credits. Make sure you have 5 cards, and you have 9 hand size. Like they need to do 3 punitives, and even
This
that
is
doesn't kill you.
well
Like you
set
can't
up.
die.
So the question is, do we want to re-rack this or do we want to do the other matchup?
Let's do the other one just on time.
Okay.
I don't know where we are at on time. It's
9.
30 FPS. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so let's switch over.
All right. This is a host deck.
30
Yeah.
FPS. the
Yeah,
clock.
that's down
9:10.
where the clock there is. Yeah. So it's a host deck. We have the main things that I found in playing this deck are that these are the 2 cards that matter. Patchwork is your entire economy. And Leech is insane for supporting your only breaker, which is a 2 copies of Amakua. So
It's a turtle stream.
yeah, it's just turtles all the way down. We should have named it that. Dang it.
That's the
Dang
third
it.
all
It
the
was
way down joke we've made tonight too. Punitives all the way down, unsmiling, Serevnas.
Smilings. Yeah, it's all the way down jokes, all the way down.
Gross.
Got him. Anyway, Patchwork, really good card. You ever installed an Earthrise Hotel for 2? It's pretty good.
I mean,
Good.
sex is good,
The
but
problem that the problem that the deck has is it doesn't have a ton of real money. So asset spam, I think, is going to be an issue, and it's something I've got to practice more against, which I'm not going to be doing. I'm going to be playing against AgInfusion instead. But yeah, I got 3 Aquaceris crews. I got Devil Charms and leeches and stuff,
Stargates.
and I'm just going to melt your things. And then, yeah, Stargate you to death. That's the plan.
I think this is a good matchup for you if you're playing against Ag. If you can delete the ice, AgInfusion doesn't have a game plan because we can delete every single ice on instant speed.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
nothing
it's
that you
basically
can't
just
with
I'm going to be drawing until I get Charm Crew.
you get 3 of the big ones, and then some amount more of the small ones.
Right. I mean, yeah, because I have the Steve, DJ Steve in here, I can...
We're gonna forego my AgInfusion acrylic because it doesn't really show up very long. I know, sad.
Did you get that in Boston?
I got this as a prize, as a Scorched Earth prize for coming in last place at my very first tournament that I went to with the Boston crew down in
Cool.
Norton, Mass.
So you would say that you started at the bottom and now you're here? At the top of the last COU. Anyway.
Now I'm here.
It's a song?
Yeah, I thought it was a song.
Yeah. We started at the bottom and now we're here.
Okay.
But I'm not going to sing it because you guys
Thank
don't
you.
want to hear that.
Thank you.
And also,
No, I think you should.
I don't even think I know the tune. So
This is Sokka's lat.
It's good.
It's good. I think it's around enough that we can just post the deck list later, and
it is not Sokka's lap.
it is.
It's AgInfusion. So it's
Sorry,
not lap.
Sokka's AgInfusion. Why am I like?
That's loved by both of us, so
Yeah.
I don't feel bad.
That's whoops.
You just want to play more lat, is what it is.
I like lat. It's fun.
So notably,
blame
the big difference in this AgInfusion deck that's going to be huge, Nick, is that it's not running Mavirus, which means we always
That's
rely on our
insane.
leeches. We can land
Yeah.
on our Amakuas. Archives can't be poisoned, so we have a bit more reach. I think it's something that going into Worlds, people have to decide if they can find that Mavirus slot, because the question is whether there's going to be Amakua, and we've seen a lot more Criminal recently. It seems like a good slot, but the version as printed does not have it.
Between that, Physarum, and Also, like the freedom list. I don't know if the freedom list is ever coming back. I don't know if that was a one tournament thing. It seems like it still has legs, but it's I don't know. The tag me part of it feels like it is ripe for punishment.
Freedom was represented at the recent AMT like fairly well.
Was it?
Yeah,
okay.
like 5 or something.
Okay. I hadn't looked too deep into the surveyor.
It's a fun deck to play too. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I think I keep this mostly because I can hit that button and I have that button.
Because I'm nice. I'm going to offer my opponent a cut.
I already have this.
Unlike some people.
Listen, man.
Yeah. Yeah, weird. You drew a nice hand, too. Funny how that worked out. Let's see. Yeah, we absolutely keep all of those.
I didn't see all of them. I just want to see them, Nick.
Oh, yeah. We got that.
That?
We got
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We got that. And then we got a pair of those.
It's good. It's not excellent.
I know. But I'm thinking
it could be excellent.
I have econ and draw, and I think good is good enough when there are a fair number of dead opening hands in this deck, where you end up with 2 Earth Rises, and you're just like, cool, okay. So.
I will preface by saying that my AgInfusion game is probably not peak. So
that's okay.
We're going to see what we do. I'm going to keep this.
That's why I'm here. Just Eric, real quick, you're on 3 agenda points on the overlay.
Thank you. Let's fix that. Okay.
Now you're on 2. Nope, there it goes.
It just takes a minute, yeah.
Right.
Computers are slow. They have to think. All right,
Guys,
I'm going
we're
to
shooting
draw.
lightning through rocks.
Hey, good luck, have fun.
Oh, that's nice.
You too.
Looks like you love to see that.
I kind of want to just rip this to start, but then I'm maybe a little sad.
I don't love that. I used to like that. I like that as like a recovery piece, like in the mid game to do something, because it's not like your hand is good. Like, it's a playable hand.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna turtle up a bit. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play a hedge fund, and then I'm gonna install this card.
Okay,
it's your turn.
So we're pretty sure that's probably a spin. You have 3 cards in hand. I think we're gonna do this.
Something that's changed in the course of my last maybe 6 months of playing, maybe longer, is that my gut instinct always, at the start of a game, was to run open R&D versus open HQ. I picked R&D every time, and now I want to know what's in the hand so much more.
It's a new player thing. R&D is like so exciting because it's firstly,
it could be anything.
They don't even know.
Dopamine, it feels like a slot machine. But often if HQ is open, you always go HQ. If HQ and R&D open turn 1, almost always.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9 money.
Nick,
we can't run HQ.
High level.
Right now. Yes.
How do you win?
I am going to win through forcing him to res high cost ice and then breaking it or trashing it. So that his econ goes away, and then locking him down with Stargate.
Okay. We want to watch out for AgInfusion, because if you do give him the opportunity to res big ice and we can't destroy it, then we have to watch out because every ice becomes big ice.
Yep. So
what's our goal on turn 1? Hoshiko is a really great turn 1 goal.
We're going to get set up and we're going to access a card.
That's all we want to do. We always want to touch a card for sure.
Yep. So first plan, I think we are going to accomplish 2 parts of it together. We're going to this is going to look familiar to you as a turn 1.
Cool.
I'm going to install this turtle.
Ooh, it's a dirty laundry next?
So that's click 1.
Yeah.
And then click 2, we are going to the laundromat.
Reach into that laundry bin. It's got a nice spot for the credits to go.
Yeah, it fits perfectly on the laundry.
Where to?
We're going to go to R&D. We get a little bit of information, not a ton, but we don't hit the Amakua that's on HQ and die. We'll steal that.
Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. It's a Nisei.
So that's actually kind of annoying because Amakua doesn't get a charge. God, it's so loud. We have touched a card with Hoshiko, so we are going to sit there. I have 2 clicks left. I think I'd like to check that thing, but I don't know if I draw first. Well, I'm pretty sure it's a spin doctor.
What are you going to do?
Do you think that I'm going to be forced to use it or something?
No, but I want to make sure it's not a Rashida, and if it
you
is
give him so much respect if you think he puts Rashida on the table like that.
No, he's giving me so little. is what I think
I honestly
is going
can't
on
tell.
here.
Like,
I am a
this
cheeky
is an
Rashida
eternal
player
meta thing.
sometimes. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
If he does that, you should call him on it. But do you think I would sit there and watch him put Rashida on the table and not like at least giggle?
You did go, okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely running the face down. What is it?
I don't think that's the play.
Too bad. It's a spin. I'm gonna leave it, and I'm gonna get a virus counter on this.
Nick's
I'm
fingerprint
okay
is
with
on
it.
this game.
Yeah.
Look, the virus counter is good because one breaks tattoo bolas. That's nice, but I don't think you're getting locked out next turn. And the biggest problem is we need
Wait, you don't get this
to win the game.
Why not?
Because
You're not popping this.
You're right. I'm not gonna pop it.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, yeah, no, you're right.
If you want to pop the spin doctor to deny me this virus counter on my run that's apparently bad,
I can put a hedge fund back.
I would
It's
you can
value.
consider it, but I don't think you'd do.
No,
it.
I don't think so. Yeah. Okay.
I still have a click. I am gaining cards. I think if I'm still in the let's get set up phase, I probably am going to just install something and then I'm going to gain my credits and flip. I think. I could do
You
this.
win with this hand?
No, I need to draw for that. So
I would draw.
This is what I should have done before that run.
Probably.
So
I'm
playing
actually not
a
100%
hard
sure
steel
if
skin.
you're meant to. I'm not sure if you're meant to play the steel skin or whether you're meant to keep it and hopefully draw into a console, or even better is face check. Because if he has to res like an Anansi and it hits your steel skin, you're kind of happy about it. But like here, we need the card draw. It's fine.
Yeah. Then my turn.
When I have steel skins against Shinteki, I'll like to face check just to be like, give me card draw.
That's a fair point. Yeah, and I didn't have anything in my hand that I couldn't have afforded to lose to the Anansi, but
exactly.
I have too many times run directly into Anansi turn one and died immediately. So I'd like
Don't
to
do
not
that.
do that. Right? Yeah, not
Yeah,
recommended.
that's bad.
And
For you.
there was a line there. If I had like dirty laundried the HQ before drawing, I could have actually died if it had hit the non-steel skin first and then done 3 damage. I would have died. So.
You can always draw one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you
I
pay.
forget about that.
Pay 2 to draw one.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's your turn now.
Okay, man, should I draw?
It's hard to die to Nancy unless you have Banhar on it.
You say it's hard to die to a Nazi, but
Eric, don't do
Flatline.
that first click. Don't do
Flatline
that
finds
first
a way.
click. Don't you dare. We've talked about this.
Well, it was in a different context.
In all contexts, it's always wrong.
Oh, I know the card. Yeah, yeah. So I think I want to play this.
That's good.
Yeah. So we're going to play a sprint.
Sprint.
Draw 3. There's 2 sprints in this list. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, Andre.
Oh, you
All right,
see?
You're you're validated. God damn it, he's good at this game. So I can shuffle 2 cards from HQ into R&D. It's going to be 2 more.
You
Don't reveal them.
need
Don't
to
reveal
show
them. Game
No,
loss. Game loss. Game loss.
it's
Game
fine.
loss.
Yes.
It's not a game loss. I gave up. That's handicap for me. It's a
Rack it up.
Yeah, sorry.
You're not allowed to do that though. I think it is a warning or
It's a-
can be a problem.
it's
Like
a
if you
me
reveal snare, it's a
not-
problem.
Yeah, it's a me not playing sprint enough thing.
Yeah, yeah. No, but that's good. That's why you do this here.
Yeah. Okay. So that went that way. Don't reveal.
I do think
Yep.
Dan Dargenio, the 2-time world champ, he doesn't know the cards, but he'll play every once in a while, pick up, he does well and makes top cuts. And like I do think in one tournament top cut game, he fired Gatekeeper, didn't reveal the agenda, shuffled them in, and that is his top cut loss. It's just like you don't know the cards.
boy.
Like you don't have to practice games. That happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You may cut that.
Oh, now I get off of the cut.
Yeah. Damn it, Andre.
Got him.
You did. Okay. So
So what is your game plan on a high level here? Because we have a stage that we have to do now.
yeah. So turtle up, get lots of ice, buckle down, and then start
Yes.
scoring agendas.
We need to stop Turtle from being a thing.
Yeah.
Just like that last game, Turtle unchecked loses games.
Right. Do I have to really button up archives? That's
Oh yeah. You have no virus. You have to. The whole game it's free Turtle.
true.
Also, butting up archive in the matchup as a whole, because at any server you don't ice, and specifically any server that has unresed ice, they can't pinhole it. And you
Yeah,
are weak
that's
to
true.
pinhole.
That's
You need
true.
to stop pinhole.
All right. Well, 2 is money. Play Hansei. Pitch this card.
What card could it
Nice.
I don't know.
be? Game lost. 2 to 1.
2 warnings.
Tonight-
The judge just left the table, gets called back.
Okay,
Yeah.
this guy's
You
a
again.
problem.
Really?
I
Jeff's
think
like
it's
just
this
shaking his head
on
at you.
R&D.
Yeah. And ideally we get something that makes sense on archives, and then eventually we'll purge. You might have to pop the spin doctor just to not get a server at some point.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Okay. My turn begins.
I did manage to watch one game of Sokka playing this at Cascadia, I think. You were on commentary.
Okay.
It was a good game.
Yeah, that
was
sounds right.
Similar. I think it was like a criminal matchup. So
Probably the finals against Joe. That was a good game.
What just happened? YouTube saying something about verification.
don't worry about it.
Okay. We're going to take our turn. So the hand is full of not great things. So I'd like to play this card. Seems good to me.
Okay. Are you planning to run this turn?
Well, it's a good question. So let's assume I don't know there's a subliminal there.
Yeah.
I think it is probably worthwhile to still keep ticking up the Amakua and touch cards, provided I can make some money. The money problem is not great at the moment.
So what are the breakpoints for Amakua? Like, does Amakua on 2 matter?
For Saisentan, yes.
Yeah.
So Saisentan is important, so probably getting to 2 is pretty big. So it's basically like 2 and 5 are the really big one. 2, 4, and 5, I guess, because Vampire Nasa.
Also
is
1.
the other one. Oh, yes, for like tattoo bolas and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So,
Ablatives, border
Yeah.
control.
Yep.
I don't know why I said ablative. It technically is 1, but
3
not
doesn't
on this
matter.
list.
Magnet can't hurt you. All right.
no.
So
For what it's worth, open deck list, this list is not on Vampire Nasa. It's only on 2 Thimble Rig.
Yeah, and a rhyme. So your
Yeah,
math
rhyme can mess
usually
your
should
math.
include +1.
got it. Good to know.
But you'll see the rhyme come. Oh, actually, no. You can always do a
Tattoo-bola.
surprise rhyme res.
Yeah,
That's
the
fine.
tattoo bola down swap to res it too. So yeah. All right. So
Oh, that's really cool.
I still think we start with this. Most of our hand is kind of expendable. We could face check
Yes.
into something too. That's actually a good realization.
Hey, Sonny, it's game 2.
Okay,
we're
so
going
I think
very
you want to
slow.
face check on 2 counter. I think you start with that. Ideally, you're looking for your console.
Yeah,
Because you need your money engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna price,
Here
which
comes.
will reveal 4.
Sure. Gamble, Crew, Pinhole, and Hannah. Ouch.
So it has to be the crew
Not good.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, Hannah's relatively low value against. She has value, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Not crew value, though.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, crew is the deck. So, speaking of the deck,
So now you're actually in a good spot to start face checking to stuff once you get the other card down. That like
Exactly.
here, we
Yeah.
have a finance problem. We don't have a pressure problem.
Yep. So in that case, I'm gonna want to draw some more. Am I drawing the hard way, or the? Yeah, I think I'm just clicking to draw. Right.
I think you just click for credits. Like, what can you top deck that actually saves you?
It's true. Yeah, like even the patchwork here, I really can't afford to install, so I'm just kind of clicking for credits.
Yeah.
Am I going to touch cards? And if I do, it should probably just be archives unless I'm going to install that other card, but I don't want to spend the clicks to do it. So I'm going to run archives.
This is going to have a huge financial implication because Hoshiko will stay online. You okay with that?
That's true, because I could flip it back.
Yeah, you want to, ideally, if your money's not good, you want to flip in and out.
Flip it. Okay. Makes
Chat,
sense.
in defense of my revealing my sprint shuffles, it would be a more fun card and more interesting if you actually did show what you were shuffling in my opinion.
I agree. I don't like when Sprint does everything in secrecy.
Yeah. It's like, cool.
All right.
Good job moving cardboard around.
So what I'm going to do, I think, is click for 2 credits. And then
I think that's fine.
I think install this so that I'm set up for next turn.
You have another click?
Daily cast.
Yeah, I have 3. So the first one,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the first one was price.
I wouldn't,
You don't think
because
so?
that card is your little secret surprise.
Okay,
You don't want to
that's
show
fair.
your threat last click because then he has a whole turn to deal with it.
All right.
Stargate?
So we'll just click for a 3rd one.
Yeah, that's fine. Then just discard if you have 6 cards in hand.
Nope. I didn't
I don't
even
know if
need
you
to
do.
discard, but I have pretty
Yeah,
good targets. to
But like
discard,
that's
so.
actually a really big thing. As much as possible, you want to avoid installing breakers last click. You want to avoid installing pressure cards last click. You want to avoid anything that the corporation can actively play around last click 90% of the time. Sometimes you have to because of click compression, but it's not like you want to be like, I'm going to install my fractor past turn, and they're like, shit, I'm going to put an ice in front of my barrier breaker. Like, you don't want to do that.
Yep. All right. That's my turn. I have flipped back to the untold protagonist.
There's a start turn trigger, Eric. You need to do before mandatory.
Think.
This?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. That
I'll
one.
take my subliminal back.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You do have to reveal it.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so I managed to draw.
Yobu credit.
Yeah. And in this case, well, okay, yeah. So I mandatory draw this. Let's see. I think I want to push this
I think that's fine.
that turn.
Currently, he can't really deal with it. Like, we
Yeah.
assume it's the scariest piece of ice, and he's Amaku on 1. Now, there are some worries that if he drops like a Devil Charm, he can maybe contest it. But at the end of the day, you're gonna lose your ice. Losing an ice of that cost, not the end of the world. You're gonna have to eat that medicine a couple times.
Right.
That's why the matchup's not easy.
Yeah. I'm gonna click to draw once. Okay. And then we'll do what we said. Install. I guess technically we play Subliminal for credit. Get the click
Probably.
back, and then install a card. To you.
Okay. Turn begins. I have no start of turn things.
So at a minimum, we're running archives this turn guaranteed. At a minimum.
Yep.
So flip and deny Subliminal. Yeah.
Yeah. The question is if I'm running that remote. So you can, with that face down, you can boot me into an unresed server, right? So you could like send me to HQ if you wanted to, right? Rules wise.
And then you would access HQ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd still access cards, but it would tax me another click. So.
You'd be here.
If you can spend a click to make him trash his ice, you win.
Oh yes, for sure. All right. So we're gonna install the Devil Charm.
Right.
First
This is
click.
sick. This is if you did that, he might not make this play.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're definitely we're making a run, right? I don't have to run archives necessarily.
No, you just want to touch something.
Exactly.
Archives is not great, but ideally, what do you think? What do you think is in the remote server? We should have said this at the top of the turn. That's what you always do before turn start.
So again, I think it is either. Well, that's a good question. So the options are a Rashida, which honestly seems the most likely, just given the number of cards. Like you would want to protect a Rashida right now. It builds out your remote that you're probably going to end up defending eventually.
Yeah. Is there anything else it could be?
It could theoretically be an agenda, but you're not threatening a score here. Wait, are you on to one cost advance twice, but if it's been on the table, it's a purple
Hollow Man?
card. No, the purple card that is
Seamless?
PB. Thank you.
Holy crap.
Yep, that was
You
the
play
one.
this game called Netrunner?
It's a purple card.
No.
It's got a flying car on it.
No, it's not seamless.
okay,
This is
all right,
on
okay.
Anoetic Void. It's on Lacosta Grid. It's on Charlotte.
It scores with Lacosta.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
Charlotte. It's Rashida. It's Spin Doctors.
Okay,
So
it
this
could
is
be-
this is like overwhelming. One of the things that I need to keep in mind is I know a lot of the lists and what the cards are in them exactly. So it's easier for me to look at a board say and dissect it. That'll come in time for sure. In short, this probably is a Rashida. There's nothing else that this deck wants to put in a remote server without advancements that makes any sense, unless they're pre-installing a Lacosta for some reason, which like that's fine if you find that.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It would be a relatively safe time to do that because I
I-
don't think you're going to trash 4.
Yeah.
it would be tough, but it would also give me the information.
And you
because
get a
if you, that's true. All right, so we're gonna run the remote. Second click.
Okay, no res.
Okay.
And then you see a
Rashida, I
gonna
will.
trash?
Yeah, I don't
think-
think it's worth.
I think
Yeah,
you're
it's
trash.
definitely not because I'm not gonna run back, spend another click just to get the counter when I can do
Yep.
that
I'm
on
just gonna put
archives.
this up
just
here.
as easily.
So I can remember it.
All right.
Did you
so
consider resing that, Eric?
No.
We have seen a card.
You don't think I should?
I think it might be worth it because as soon as you res, he's scared to face check.
Am I?
So he has to use his Devil Charm.
He's going to do his thing, though.
Yeah, but
Good.
then I don't. Then I don't have a crew. Then I
Like
don't
it costs
have
him a crew
charm.
and it costs him a charm.
Like it takes away my breaker setup.
Okay, let's experiment with that line and then see how it goes.
Okay. Bron.
Res the Bron.
I
So
have
save
a-
your 1 credit from Rashida, yeah. Like there might be something to it that you can get another ice in front of this and force it out. But one of the big things is like as long as he has that combination, it's up to you to present the worst thing for him. And this is technically the cheapest ice in your deck that is worth crewing. Or worth Devil Charming, more accurately.
Yeah.
For you.
Right. Yeah. Because otherwise you're resing a Nancy.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah, you
Like, the
can't
other
res an
stuff-
Anansi
or,
to
like,
Yeah.
I guess Saisentan, but I'm not going to Devil Charm Saisentan. So.
Unless you have to.
I can't imagine I would ever
Even-
have to. I mean, Amakuo.
Yeah,
just
you don't. You just
is
take a
so
tag
easy.
and Amaku it.
Oh,
yeah.
is it too?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna Devil Charm.
Oh, you take a tag. The crew's really good.
Yeah. So I will Devil Charm and then kill it with the crew.
Yep.
Very importantly, Nick, just watch out where you put the charm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at for RFG.
RFG.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't recur it.
Yep.
Just so people can see. And then you trash this.
Yes, then I trash that. I go to 3 credits, which makes me sad. But I
Jeff
am...
is saying he doesn't like the brown res. I kind of feel like you need to eat it there.
I was good. I was gonna sit on it for a bit, but eventually it does become an issue. I'm just happy that it was on the remote. I would rather you like have to crew something on a central later.
Yeah.
Like I just taxed out one of your devil charms for
Stargate.
for Stargate defense. So
No, it's definitely a thing. It's just that
it's
Leech
actually
can, make up a
like
lot
losing to your scoring server is not great because you don't have it, but you lose the game if you can't ice centrals.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. I have 3 credits, and I'm going to be making 2 and then drawing a card. I think drawing here is worthwhile. I've still got another credit. I can click for a credit, which will put me up to 5 starting the next turn, which would be sure gamble money if I draw into it. And I'll be drawing 2 more. So I'm going to click for a credit and then draw. Thoughts? Or sorry, draw, then click for a credit.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, I think you start the draw and you see what it is. You don't have to plan the credit exactly. You might do something else.
That's fair.
Yeah. How many cards do we have in? Too many?
No, we're up to 5 now.
Okay. We're going to get another card draw. We still don't have our console, which is like the thing that puts this hand into really good territory.
Yeah. Problem is, would I have enough money? I wouldn't really have enough money to install. I guess I could. All right. So would I click to draw again, and then I can trash this as a duplicate?
Yeah, if you'll be on 6, that's fine. We need a draw.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Great. That's good.
All right. So trash the Amakua, flip.
That is another thing for new
2.
players too. Like, they're like, well, I have 5 cards in hand, and it's like, well, do you have? Are there any cards you don't need? And they go, oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's not a card. It's just taking up space.
Yeah.
But even there's a lot of cases where if it's not a duplicate of a card you already have pre-installed, like, throw out your worst card in hand. Just keep drawing.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you need something, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you did run.
I did.
And you flipped, and you got your credits, so all good there. Mentor a draw. That's nice.
Yes, that's
Cool.
true.
So you can make the same play, and now he can't confidently face check without taking some risk.
Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
I think the double ice is more important for you.
Yeah.
The hedge fund's still gonna be there next turn. I don't know if you're gonna end up spending more money that you can hedge fund, but if you like double ice that remote server, or even like I don't think you want ice archives with that ice. Like, oh, okay, no, you're fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
That was
fine. That's
mine.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see what is going on.
Great. Okay, to you.
All right, turn begins. Lose a credit, draw a card. Oh, exactly what I was worried. So
If you were lat, you'd be sad. Because I have 1 card in hand.
oh, fair. Okay. That's kind of awkward, but I
What's in
don't
their remote server?
need that. Most likely another Rashida.
Can we face check?
Theoretically, with the cards in hand. Actually, I don't really have anything that I mind losing, do I?
Didn't you just draw a card that you said was awesome?
I drew. Yes, I guess there's 1 card that I wouldn't want to lose. So that would be that. Those 2.
So like this is a mixed bag, right? Like, okay, so you can face check into it. The worst face check is Anansi is not awful. It's not great, but it gets a resonancy that allows Eric to fix the top of his deck. That's like good for him. Fixing the top of his deck, draw 1 is actually really good. However, the thing you have to keep in mind is as soon as you do that, now running into any unresed ice turns on AgInfusion. So you just have to be slightly careful that the sooner you turn on AgInfusion, the more difficult every other like pressure play you're going to make is. So just keep that in mind.
Vamp is the worst face check. Yeah, not,
We're not on it, so. All right, so the... I could run archives.
Versus setup and counters?
Yeah, I mean, I could set up, get counters.
You Yeah, I think that's good. If you can set up and get counters, especially because you have a second counter card in hand, and start pressuring, once you get to like 5 counters, you could run just about everything besides a Brawn, and if it's a Brawn, it's fine.
Okay.
Get another
So we will install the leech.
Hey, what's the other card that you just top decked?
This?
The shiny one. Yeah, I think that before starting to do other stuff. Otherwise, you'll never play it.
Yeah, so that was my worry. So that was why I wanted to click for a credit last turn, because it would have left me at 5 if I were to top deck it. But
Oh yeah, but then you wouldn't have top
just,
decked it.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. All right, so in that case, I'm clicking for a credit. Sorry, this hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to 5. Click 2 is sure gamble. Click 3 is leech. Click 4 is archives. We have access to card. We get 1, and we don't have any other red dice. Come on.
Just make sure you pay for your leech, eh?
They're all over there. Yeah, we're playing with funny colors for our regular scheme. All right, so it was Hoshiko?
Yep.
Okay, so now there's a lot of pressure that he has to afford to res ice on every single server.
And management.
And so it's our job now to force that to be a difficulty.
So that's annoying. 1, 2, 3. Hold this.
What's your game plan? What step are you on right now, Eric?
Still turtling. So this was going to be archives.
Yep.
Install. Do a thing with it.
That's fine. Yeah, you just need to make sure you can't get Amako counters off you easily. You're not going to win if you leave archives open. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm happy with that. So I'll move this opponent actually in place. Click 1, archives. Click 2, install. Click 3, advance.
Is it worth playing that one card in your hand or no?
I was thinking that a lucky top deck might make me happy about it. Not having been played.
I think that's fair. I don't think it's a huge difference. It's worth considering always, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
It is very telegraphed.
Yep. I'm gonna draw a card and
I like that.
lose a credit.
About Charlotte.
That it's telegraphed?
Yeah. I like that it's like, oh, you did that thing. And now I'll have to, I know I have to deal with it. And it can be something else, I guess, but.
It's a Charlotte.
I think more and more people should either double advance Charlotte or single advance their niece.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
everyone thinks it's a Charlotte. That being said, it's still worth going for the Charlotte.
Did you say single events their Nices?
Yeah, because everyone thinks it's a Charlotte. They're like, okay, it's a Charlotte. I don't think it's worth me contesting. And so you just score out
You
of
can
4-2.
shell game that, yeah.
I guess if it was like one turn, but I feel like if you let Charlotte go for more than a turn, you're asking for her trouble.
But the double advance
Yeah.
says, oh, this is a Charlotte. It's an agenda. Do you need to get that agenda? Do you want to run through the
That's
Anansi
clever.
to
I
get
like
it?
that. It's hard to install double advance, I guess.
The thing is, like, Lacosta decks don't often double advance, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
This game is going to take us till like 11 o'clock.
I know.
When are you guys time boxed? At what point does the stream normally end?
He turns into a pumpkin around 10:30.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. We're gonna see.
We'll get somewhere.
So my thought is, the ice on archives is unlikely to be terribly punishing, and if he reses it, then that's fine. I have 2 other centrals that I could potentially go at.
As much as you can be an AgInfusion to it, that is correct. Yeah.
That is yes, yeah. Depending on that.
Yeah.
So
Do you think there's agendas in HQ?
Let's see. How many cards in the bin?
The problem is he's sprinted, so the math is like kind of scuffed.
8, 9, 10,
8.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17 cards. The
And I sprinted 2, you
AgInfusion
stole
list
1.
is largely on 5 3s and Nisei. I want to say it's like bacterial
It's 8
Nisei.
agendas. So it's like 1 in 6-ish.
It's rather
I just-
tidy.
17.
Yeah.
So that would technically be a 1 in 3. So there would theoretically be 1 there, but we
Stole
don't
1,
think so
shuffle
because
2.
of the the shuffle 2 makes me think that no, there's nothing there.
Okay.
We know that's a Charlotte, and I think going for archives opens up some other options, particularly that.
I think that's fair. I like that. I think Playground, that's really good.
So I'm gonna run archives first click
No rest.
and see if you res. Oh, what a shocker!
Don't you have to?
For this?
res? I'm thinking whether you have to res. The only way they have to res is if you can afford to res everything.
I don't. Do you remember when I installed?
Yeah, doesn't that cost money?
Yeah, so what? It costs. Oh, it costs him money. Oh, no, I was planning on purging next turn.
Do you want to purge when he has less money? Because
Yeah,
you can run it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess I have to res it eventually, right? So
I think so.
it's a second time. It's just that it's so cheap for him to. Yeah, it's 3, I guess.
It's not. It's half his money.
Yeah, it
yeah.
is 3.
That's not cheap.
And that's like not an easy face check to always swallow.
We're just gonna do it. We will break it.
Okay.
Get through.
Nothing here.
We charge and charge.
Now also you have an AgInfusion ice, so at the worst case scenario, if you ever run something, you can throw him into that. It's not the worst face check,
Yeah.
obviously, if he has 2 strength, but it's like it's a floor.
Okay. This line feels too cute, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Ooh, I love this.
Click 2. Going to install this Devil Charm. Click 3. I'm going to pinhole running archives.
This line is too cute.
You don't.
Wait, what's the line?
This is my hand.
Okay. I get that. I don't think you need to pinhole this.
You don't. I don't want to get over there.
Can't you just run it?
Probably.
Like, one of the best things you can do with pinhole is-
No, that's true. Yeah.
Is you want to force the res and then pinhole it out. Like, you need to make him spend money because he wants to purge next turn. The best thing you can do is make him financially destabilized. So if he reses a Brawn, he reses a Nancy, sick.
Yep. No, that makes sense. All right, we're gonna run the remote instead.
Tachibola.
Okay,
Am
this
I
is interesting.
Paying through this Tatubola. How much
It gives him 4, but it
Charlotte,
stops.
you can pop for 4 though, or 3.
Pop
right?
for 3.
Pop for 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
so I have artificial credits.
she always have to have. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm. And the Tatubola could be extra money as well. And it puts another face down on the table.
Also, if you get into the Charlotte server and he destroys the Charlotte, you get an Amaku counter.
Oh yeah, I breached.
Yeah, the server's there. Oh wait, what's the new word?
It's when you breach.
If you breached and you didn't trash the thing
Didn't
afterwards.
trash or steal.
After you breach, right?
Yeah, after you
so you don't
breach,
actually
yeah.
have
When the
access
breach
to it.
closes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. That's a good rules thing to know.
that is
So I
functionally different than the old.
receive
No.
tattoo credits or
Isn't
I
it?
receive Charlotte credits. No,
No, it's the same.
I thought it was like after you accessed cards.
after you expose a
Yeah.
card or
So
access.
the problem is
cards.
access cards just means the step of being able to access
included
cards.
0
Oh,
cards?
that's right.
Includes 0. It's a terrible wording.
I'm glad breach is the new thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, breach is way better.
You have 3 cards in hand. You have 4 ice on the table and 1 in the bin. How many ice is the list on?
A bunch, normal amount.
About 17.
15,
Yeah.
17. Okay. I'm gonna break the Tatubola.
Okay,
Let's see if you swap. Because that's info
I
too.
Swap,
Yep.
and I get 4.
Air got swap with the other one.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay, it's cheaper. Yeah.
Not as cheaper as you want your worst ice on the innermost because you often want to AgInfusion that after they run through the better ice.
That makes sense. All right, so I got my
Ice
4.
positioning is super important in Egg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying when I like my AgInfusion game is not peak. It's mostly the ice positioning
Yeah.
shuffling. That's the tricky part.
It's a hard thing to do.
So we'll pop this.
Yep.
This is a shot.
Yep.
So
You'll gain
1,
3.
2, 3.
My Amakua goes up. I now have 6. But I can't really pressure you financially, can I? Okay. So, what if I just run HQ?
1/3 of it is Tattoo Bola. Your problem here is not
That's true.
counters. Your problem is that you're going to get purged out next turn and you have no money.
And you'll be broke.
So I should be either clicking for credits or drawing.
Yes. You need to either of those. The cards you have in your hand are nice, but like if you're going to face check next turn and maybe lose them to damage, you want to have those there. Like I don't know if you really want to play them now.
That's
you just
fair.
want to make sure your credits are up. Your cards are you're going to get some next turn, but like next turn if you don't click for credit, you're starting on 2 credits. That's not a great spot to be in.
Purging really sucks here because
All right, we click for
a single time through this Saisentan and you're back up and running.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a size and time.
Yeah.
Good.
Who's gonna get through that?
Yeah. Mandatory draw. You ran a bunch. I don't know if I want to push a little bit more before I do it.
Can you show me the ice real quick on the centrals, the unrest stuff?
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah?
I think that's okay.
Okay. I guess technically I can do this.
Yeah, I would do that into purge. You'll get it back.
Sure. So subliminal, and then purge, and you're gone. I get a credit.
Okay. My turn begins. Lose a credit, draw a card. Goodness. Would like to get that down, and then...
So you might need to take like a recovery turn. He can res everything, we're assuming.
Yeah.
Worst case, you can run the spin doctor and he has to pop it, which is not that good for you. It's a bad click, honestly. It will stop the what's it called, subliminals that don't seem that important.
Yeah.
So like this is a turn where playing the card you top decked is fine. Flipping Hoshi's back is fine. Just like play Euro board game for a moment.
Nick
Okay.
doesn't like board games.
It's true.
Oh shit. Play like Eve Online. Did that resonate?
Hang
Solaris.
on. But do we have
Solaris. Okay.
Do we have
Solaris?
spreadsheets or like anything? Because that's how I participate with Eve. I've never played Eve. All right. So, am I just clicking for credits and then playing that?
He does like board games, but only like
And then flip it.
electronically.
If I click for that, it would be. I'd go to 6
Eve Vegas is
and
next week.
flip. Then go to 3. Then go to 5. It's not terrible.
Ideally, you're affording the most expensive card in your hand at some point soon, which like you might just take 3, install that card, like the cheaper one, the econ card. Like it's okay. Like you're still
Yeah.
gonna start face checking with your face soon enough.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna do this and then click for 3 credits.
Great.
Sounds good.
Shocking.
Nick will play Arc Nova with me. Yeah.
What the heck's our?
I gotta get back on that Arc Nova. Oh, it's a really good one. It's
Well,
fancy.
my joke about him enjoying digital board games is that he plays what's your Knights Christian something Kings
Crusader
of-
Kings 3.
Yeah, that thing.
That's not a board game.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You call Crusader Kings Knights Christian?
Yes. Yep.
It's funny.
That's not a board game because board games don't have that much.
It's a
not a
complicated
board
board
game.
game that you can't do.
It's like saying Civ is a board game. It's not a board game.
Yeah,
Right?
Hey, yeah, Civ is a board
Well,
game.
there is a
Literally
Civ board game, but
game.
it's Civ 6 is not a board game.
Okay.
Right? And CK3 is extremely not a board game.
Okay.
How many board games does your child convert to nudist Christianity and screw up the whole country?
You just haven't played the right board games. Is all I'm saying.
That's true.
I'm okay.
It's probably a Splatter game out there that does that.
It's not too far off. Yeah.
Definitely German.
I mean, there's like a
Flip this back,
friggin' game
too.
that Johnny bought that's about like asbestos mining, and you can like kill your people because your mines aren't safe, but you make more money, and you have like this ethical dilemma in front of you. Like, if I win, am I a bad person? And
Wait,
that kind of
they
stuff.
made a Quebecois board game?
What? Quebecois?
That's an asbestos joke. We have a lot of asbestos.
Nice.
around here.
I thought maybe, but I was like, I don't know. Did he mishear me?
Also, Stellaris is mostly a game about choosing to become the Borg and destroy everyone that way, or accidentally becoming the Borg and destroying everyone that way.
Okay.
There is no middle ground.
Okay.
You know, he said board game, not Borg game.
Board game.
I'm
Borg.
just saying, if we're talking about games that are like ethical problems, then Stellaris, it's got like 6 different weapons that can destroy worlds in differently terrible ways.
I want to draw a card, I guess.
Yeah, I think you need to.
Yeah. Nothing really great here to do. Ugh.
That's not great.
You'll love to hear it.
Do I draw again?
Yeah.
I think I do. Okay.
Okay.
Install.
So the card that he knows is in your hand, that ice, is like the most annoying ice for him to deal with.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
you want to put it somewhere that you think he's gonna like put pressure on.
Not here, because then my ag
Well, no, kind of. Like it turns your ag off, which is important, but like that is the server he knows he can get through.
Yeah.
I don't think you do it there though.
It feels goofy to put it on archives.
Meteor,
Yeah.
I've always pronounced it
I'm gonna put it here.
Stellaris, the form.
Okay.
But I have no idea which one is correct. And
Okay.
the developers are Paradox, I think, is Icelandic.
I think they're in
Maybe?
Sweden.
Sweden. Okay. All right. There you go.
You didn't run, did you?
Correct.
I should have done this.
You gained a click, and we all saw it.
And this, and I should have gained 1 credit.
Yep.
So true.
We all saw it happening. I'm gaining 2 credits. I have no other start of turn effects.
And I have to pitch something.
So
I would do the one that you got an extra copy of. Yeah. The other cards have more value. Yeah.
okay.
All right. So you have to make a decision either to start finding your console so you can have a game of Netrunner, or start face checking.
Let's find the console. I'm gonna
Spinning
play the
hot
steel
fire.
skin.
Well, no, it's just reality. That's not an insult.
No, I know.
Like, it is how it is.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
now we're back on the face check.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a series of draws that you are allowed to have.
So your opponent drew a lot
yeah,
and didn't put in a remote server. Now the remote server is a single ice, which like is a bit dodgy. Your deck is on boomerang that you can face check into it. But the question of whether the pressure on HQ is going to connect to an agenda is slightly higher this turn. So I think if you want to face check, HQ is probably where it is. Now he did ice R&D. That could tell you that all the agendas are in R&D, or that could be like a misdirection. I don't know. But like,
He also knows
probably have to
that I'm,
start
like,
touching something.
well, he knows that I'm on
Stargate.
Stargate, so he's prepping for that.
And I also openly discussed putting it here maybe, but not really wanted to. So, yeah.
All right, so yeah, I was definitely thinking HQ. The only question is whether I install this first, but I don't think that would be worth it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we're just gonna full send it.
Just figure out what it is. There's no face check that's bad for you.
It's true.
Besides Saisentan, which is like annoying.
HQ. I don't even think Saisentan's bad for me.
It's Saisentan.
Okay.
It's annoying.
It's annoying, but I'm like kind of okay with it.
I will name
We're
friends.
definitely not devil charming this, so.
Yeah.
That one.
This one.
Yeah.
Cool. Get paid.
It's an event. So we'll do this one. Get it. Cool. Now the next one is, yeah, I'm sad that was
Still
an
event.
This one.
Right. Cool. Get paid.
Damn, he's good.
That one. Okay, and then one last one.
Mhm.
That one.
Swear to God, if you lose 6 cards to this.
Just a compilation. That feels okay.
Anyway,
Well, you got it.
On
You
got money.
success.
You
On
got in, you
success,
got
this
money.
leech charges one. That's the thing.
Brutal.
That was a lot.
It's okay though. The one card you kept was literally the best card you could keep on this situation. Like
I agree,
incredibly the best card you could have kept.
Yep. So we're just gonna roll, and we'll see this one.
So you died to Fuji here, but that's not on the deck.
That's a good point. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Just be careful.
I do not steal that, so my Amakua charges.
Okay, so this is huge because exactly with the one leech Amakua, you are now have a server you can run. You have 2 servers you can run, which means as long as we have money, we can snowball forward.
So
He doesn't
we
have a
money
virus.
incoming. Noma virus.
There's no face check that's bad for you.
That was okay.
Wasn't terrible.
So,
So hang on. Is it worth rerunning this? I'd lose a counter off leech and 3 money. That's probably not worth it just for an extra counter on Amakua relative to where I am now.
I don't think it's the most important. The problem is like with 1 card in hand,
And
you
I have touch
pose
cards.
not that much threat. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think I draw a card first and then probably play this, but depending on what I do.
Definitely play that.
Yep. So I'm going to draw a card.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, it's probably best that you play that card before drawing, just so you can rub it in that he missed that card on damage. Because now he doesn't know if he drew it.
It's important to be able to rub it in.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
No, the morale matters. All right. I end my turn. I flip Hoshiko, gain 2.
I'm entering draw.
2.
And I like question whether or not just going on purge repeat is. I mean, the fact that you're dripping and drawing here is making me say no right now.
And then de-dripping.
I
and
don't
also
think you need a
drawing.
purge here unless there's like a remote he's contesting with, because like if he pays 3 credits to get 1 run on HQ, you can purge on the following turn.
Yeah.
right? Like you want to commit to as many axes as you can and then purge. So like here, you probably want to do setup a bit. You can ice HQ technically because you still have the archives threat, but like I don't think you purge right away because you're just kind of time walking yourself.
Yeah. Oh, magic card references. I understand that one.
It's a blue card, I think.
It is.
Sounds like a blue card from what I understand.
All the annoying ones are, except for Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
And all the black cards.
That one.
Like Sheldred's nonsense.
You know what? That other one's actually kind of neat because it allows you, if it gets res, to do some like fun stuff. The other ice that's in your hand that you didn't put down.
This.
On HQ. Yeah, because if that gets res, right, like it lets you to move stuff around and you like moving stuff around.
Goddamn thimble rigs.
Okay. I think I already paid for that, but I
You
know I
did.
didn't.
You
Did
did,
I?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. I think you did.
No, because I had one extra.
I don't know.
Chat, tell me if I'm bad. I think I paid correctly now for those two. Okay.
Okay.
I don't
You don't like that?
think that's safer than anywhere else. No, you just need money. You need to be able to res everything. You need to have enough money. Otherwise, you don't have the purge threat. I'll just click for credit.
Yeah.
Like the game's gonna go slow, and you're fine with that. You just want to get 2 ice in every server and purge.
This is definitely
And
not
then-
my style. This deck. It's like it's
Yeah.
very slow and turtled and.
The thing is, like, if there was no Amakua and you had a better hand, you could be a bit faster. I don't think
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah. The hand has been kind of.
It's been bad.
Yeah.
So I've already
You
ticked,
drew all your like weird ice.
I've already ticked these two down. So I'm going to end up drawing 3 cards and gaining net 1 credit. The order doesn't actually matter here because I don't have any like scries or anything. So yeah, draw 2, draw 1, and gain 2, lose 1. All right. This hand still stinks.
No. So
Well,
this
yeah,
is what's
I mean,
like kind of
this, yes.
that's the best card, yeah.
Right, yes. For
With that down, you're putting on some pressure. So it's up to you to get your econ rolling to the point where you can afford to just touch things and get Amakua up. It's probably not this. Like here, you might take another turn off and just flip in and out of Hosh because we're not going anywhere quickly.
Yeah, that's my thought. Is that basically I'm just going to end up drawing through, and
Yeah.
like
Still no console.
these two don't.
Just
seem
fund your console.
Yep. All right, we're gonna draw.
That's worth playing.
Yeah, but don't have to yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
All right.
well, that's good.
So we still have 2 clicks remaining too. Let's install the patchwork. And
Sure does feel good to price that though.
it does, yes.
Yeah.
Then what am I pitching to it? Probably.
It's probably not that.
It's this.
Yes, it's definitely
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Last click. I'm going to pitch this Mad Dash, which makes me sad, to install a daily casts for 1. So that is ticking at 4. Patchwork's been used.
I want to have
Hosh
more glorious
flips
mad
back.
dash moments before
it's your
it
turn.
rotates. Like I want to have but I never slot it, and if I do, I always get rid of it like that.
Yeah.
So, like-
I mean, it's in here because the re-education list exists.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And for transparency, we generally win on usually 2 more agenda scores. The deck is on 4 3-pointers, so like it doesn't do that
Yeah,
much
it
for
doesn't
us.
do much here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway,
Okay, Minotaur, you didn't run.
correct.
So I take the subliminal and the subliminal back. I play 1.
But mandatory
You should
draw
mandatory
first.
Yeah,
draw first.
mandatory
Yeah. First. Cheater.
Also, you don't often play that first click, but that's fine.
Well, but I had 2.
No, there's no reason to do it.
You could threaten the YDL.
There's no there's just like the point is that there's no reason to do it. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. Wait, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say?
I guess it just seems like like I was getting rid of mental load by doing it up front because there's no reason.
What about
not
if
to
you
do it?
like draw into 2 Hanseis?
Okay. I guess.
Wait, 2 Hanseis off the 1 card draw?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Install spin doctor, draw 2 Hanseis. Hanse.
Jeez, man. You know, it just feels like. I guess we're gonna sprint. Draw 3. Okay. All right.
This is how you
Now-
find 2 Hanseis, right?
That's how you find 2 Hanses.
I mean, you don't get to keep both of them, but actually you could, right? Because it doesn't shuffle from the cards that you
That's
drew.
1 card. honestly.
Yeah, what else are you thinking?
This is hard. I maybe this.
I think that card has specific niche
Well, I don't-
use cases.
Oh, I have to do two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The use cases for that card is mostly against Banhar. The deck is not on Banhar. Now, getting something up to 7 strength kind of matters, but like with Leech, and you can always still, yeah, but you can always just take a tag.
That's true. They can take a
Yeah.
tag. Take a tag with the crew or the second crew. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've shuffled.
Now,
some-
again, fixed strength breakers or Banhar, there's a world of difference, but like, it's still kind of hard.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's click 1. Click 2.
There's actually some, okay.
What? Oh,
Nothing.
that,
Not worth it.
That it's kind of useful in this match.
It's like cool to make a 3 strength Siphon
Siphon?
because then you can't get through it once and get through it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's 2 of them. So
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So Hansei pitching a card.
What could it be?
I don't know. And then install. To you.
Okay, so that reads like an agenda to me.
Does it?
I think so. So there's no advance. It could also be the Lacosta setup, in which case I do have tools that can help deal with that.
So
in
while it could be an
hand.
agenda, all I'm saying is that the deck has no way of scoring out agendas without upgrades. So you don't
Oh,
have
that's
to worry
true,
if it's
yeah.
an agenda. It
Yeah.
could be, but like if it is, it's not going anywhere. That's not doesn't mean that you shouldn't maybe contest it or other stuff, but I don't think it's obviously an agenda.
That's fair. I'm drawing 2. Oh, this is amazing. All right, so we need to get some accesses roll. Actually, yeah, no, this turn kind of plays itself, I think. The only question is whether I'm drawing before doing it. So the idea would be install this, play this, run archives at least once.
Yep.
Possibly HQ. That's 3 clicks. I think I'm going to draw first, though, just to see if I can get something that would be good fodder for the patchwork.
Okay.
We'll draw a card. We did not. So, in terms of fodder for the patchwork, I feel like this is it.
Couldn't it be a longevity serum? In open deck lists, we know it's not, but it could. But I honestly think if Eric scores that longevity serum, you're kind of fine with it.
Yeah. All right. So, am I trashing this to the console is my question. I don't like, so the value of it in this list is relatively low because you have only the upgrades.
If it's closed deck,
It trashes upgrades.
it
Yeah,
could also
I know,
be Regenesis. If it was, that would be the
Yeah.
thing I'd be more worried about is Regenesis. If it was closed, but you don't really
That's
see
fine.
Ag on.
I have a
Oh,
plan
you
for
do.
that, so.
You do see Ag on Regenesis.
You
sometimes.
did, yeah.
Um,
Punitive.
I do have a plan for that. So that part doesn't bother me.
Go ahead, yeah.
The my question right now is, am I using this to the patchwork?
If you send it to Patchwork, it gains you 2 credits clicklessly. If you ever install it and trash 1 Lacosta, which we've seen 0,
It'd
which
be
you're
2
going to have to
credits for a
trash with the
click.
game, it would give you at minimum 2 credits at a click. I think you're more likely to get more value from it on the table.
Okay.
I think trashing Lacostas, especially because you have pinholes as well, it's how you win this matchup.
So the other question is, can I trash? Am I just not using patchwork this turn, which feels terrible?
Honestly, maybe your hand's pretty good.
Yeah, that's because I don't think there's anything else in here that I can realistically pitch to it. But
I think all these cards are good. If anything, maybe the gamble, playing clicklessly 2 versus playing for 4, that is comparable.
that's fair. All right,
Imagine throwing away any influence pen. Couldn't be me.
I'm going to install Leech.
Oh boy.
I'm going to run archives. I will hit it, lose 1 off Leech, pay 3 to get through, and then Leech's charge.
Oh no.
Why did we pick 2 matchups that are super one-sided?
Is this a one-sided matchup
Yes, I think so.
for him? Like he's better?
Yes, 100%.
Well, then,
I would always pick Crew Hoshin to.
I would
to
say-
AgInfusion. 9 out of 10 times.
one reason is that Nick hasn't necessarily played against this style of Glacier Ag.
And I haven't played enough stuff against, and well, the Azmari one, I feel like that for me specifically is good to practice the hard
You're gonna
one.
see it.
We're not here for entertainment, okay? This is a boring stream. I don't
Good.
care.
Good.
That's everybody else's
Here,
problem.
you get to see a subliminal.
Okay, cool. I'm
Subliminal.
gonna do that.
That's a blah, blah, blah.
I've accessed cards. I have 1 click remaining, so the easy one here is just daily casts, which I have to pitch the Sure Gamble to be able to play. But I think that's fine.
Yeah. There's a chance because your deck has a limited econ. Like at some point when you get to the end of your deck, you're actually going to run into econ problems because you're only on 1 labor rights. They probably don't even patchwork and just play your gamble.
Theoretically, yes. But there is DJ Steven here. Which if he's...
DJ Steve only makes sense if running HQ is cheaper than the card you're recurring. And that's going to be difficult by the time DJ Steve comes down.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. Okay.
Yeah. It's still good though.
Okay.
Oh, you have a click left.
No.
Oh,
My
okay,
last click
okay.
was installing the daily
Yeah.
casts.
So I think on that turn, overall, there's a chance that running HQ might be better because we're assuming it's going to cost similar. That's not the case. Never mind. We don't have a crew down. We'll wait until we have a crew. We don't have to take risks.
Enjoy draw. This isn't... Oh, man, it's not my style.
So you don't purge here because you have cards in hand. So you probably just want to set up a remote server that wins the game.
Yeah.
I do gain 2 at the end of my turn.
Huge.
So.
I guess we're just going to spend a lot by installing 2 pieces of ice.
I would do 2 cards in the remote server, 1 in front is my gut.
2 in the remote, 1 in front. Okay.
Yeah.
These 2? No, probably.
No, probably the upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Well, a lot of secret information for Nick there.
That's fine.
Too. Yeah, no, it's fine. That I wasn't sure if putting 1 in and jamming. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Start a turn. Daily cast ticks.
You did run last time. Yes.
Gains me
you did.
2. 2 more daily casts tick down. Gave me another 4.
I totally forgot I own these tokens. I just haven't seen them.
I'm
I'm like, those are nice. I should own some of those.
Jeff, are you still there?
Doing?
If you are,
-1 +1 for Hosh.
we gotta. I'll set a reminder the day before you fly out to give you a call and say, what's in your bags?
You should just take it from Jeff.
I'd have
We're
to
in the
see.
same place. It'll be easier. Yeah.
Okay. So I'd probably like to. Well,
Actually, maybe we can get it in Worcester.
that could be a Nisei on a La Costa, in which case you're spending 7 to score out a 4-2 and the run.
I think it's 6.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't
3 to look.
Oh, La Costa's 3 to res, 4 to
Yeah.
trash.
4 to trash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that in mind, I probably want to set up some form of pressure on it. I think I would install this, pitching that to the patchwork, and then just send it. Maybe,
I think
maybe
the
install
farthest
this.
left card. Yeah, it'll pay off this turn.
Okay. So the order on this doesn't matter then. I'm going to install Miss Bones, trashing this strike fund to pay for it, which makes it credit positive. Look at that. And then we are going to abide by organized play rules.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's click 1. Click 2. I'm going to install a crew. Look at these resources. I'm the most resourceful person out here. Then click 3. We'll run it. Christ, put that thing away.
What happened?
I don't know that the camera can see it. No, definitely.
What the heck?
There was some video production. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Why?
I don't.
It's gonna be good.
That's good.
Do you want to wear
No.
this as a mask?
Yes. Yeah, just printed out life size, and it's just me looking away, like those masks they give you at the zoo so that you don't anger the gorillas.
They do that?
What?
I don't.
Yeah, so no, there are some zoos where they'll give you either masks or glasses that have you looking up this way when you're going into the gorilla area, so that you can look at them without
without-
looking like you're threatening them.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it makes for a much more enjoyable experience.
Were you running a thing or something?
Yes, we're gonna run right here as number 3.
Okay, so this
it's
is a really important run.
Yeah.
He's gonna destroy your server, steal your agenda, whatever the problem is here. We have to remember a couple things. Firstly, he has only 4 strength, so anything 5 or higher, he might have to use the tag and destroy it, or use the charm. That is something we just have to force out at some point. Secondly, we still have AgInfusion.
Yeah. Is this last
And-
click?
No, third
No.
click. We had 2 installs and then run.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you put 15 on bones, huh? You went too hard on base 5.
No,
I did it.
Eric did that. I
did
had
it.
a 2.
I swapped his 2 out with a different dice.
Okay.
Making me a
Was there a
cheater.
third point, Andre? Besides,
No.
it's all.
I forgot. No,
it's
no,
all
no.
over.
No, it's not all over. He only has 8 credits.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
that rich.
Yeah.
But the idea is just plan what you're doing before you start resing the first ice, because technically every single ice in order on the server can matter.
Yeah. Yep. You've got your crew charm business in play. It's my hand. We will never finish this game, it's true. Boy. I'm open to advice here, Andre.
What's the outermost?
You see?
Yeah, do that. See what happens. I forced some interesting choices already.
All right. Just anytime you're resing 6 credits into the dumpster, it feels bad.
6 credits is cheap for dumpster.
I don't think
Generally, you
I'm,
res 8 for dumpster.
I don't think I'm dumpstering this.
Yeah, you're not on.
Well,
You could also just click and.
Well, that's the other thing I'm considering
Click
is
and bounce.
clicking through the other thing
Yeah.
and then hit the end the runs.
If you do let me fire that, I am so happy.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's a
getting 40
bad
it's- Yeah, no,
subroutine.
I absolutely can't. I mean, no way. I could fully break this by taking a tag.
Mhm.
So I could crew, take a tag, take the 2 off
Yeah.
leech, then it's 4, I'm at 4, or it's 2 rather. In which case I can fully break it. That would be 3 credits, leaving me at 5.
No.
I could get a credit back by using a click through one of them, but that doesn't seem worth doing. Because I'm going to need to clear the tag because I have a billion resources.
It's important.
So you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 left. If I can force you to res another big ice here or boop me, I think both of those are worthwhile. So, crew tag is once per turn, so you can't beat a Nancy. That's true, but I can charm crew it. So I can just kill it that way. And if you spend 8 and then I just charm crew it, I feel really good. Okay, so I am going to take a tag.
Okay.
Spend the 2 off leech. And then spend 3 to break with Amakua.
Yep.
So,
I am interested to see how this goes. I think that's incredibly expensive.
that's true, because I guess it's 5 all told with the
Your leeches are really
credits.
important. Breaking
Yeah.
gets really expensive. Clearing the tag is really expensive.
That's a good point. All right.
Like either you need to commit to destroying this or walking away after you click.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think click and walk away. So that was my initial thought. I just wasn't sure that it actually worked out.
Now, what happens if you destroy this and keep going? Like, what happens?
Force them to res something else. I know there was a Tattoo Bola in hand, and I would not be surprised if it ended up on this server.
Yep. But, like,
so
you-
odds are we hit that.
You need to destabilize them. You need to force them to res as much as possible, because if you can res all ice on centrals and purge consecutively, like, you do lose the game.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Now, the remote server is either La Costa into Charlotte, which is an econ engine. You trash all of that for free, or it's La Costa into Agenda, which you obviously want to trash and steal.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do it. We will Devil Charm on counter,
Okay.
and then crew.
Bronze trash.
You got me too.
I did pay the 2. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So bronze trash, I will continue.
You have a click left.
I do, yes. One click remaining. I can't actually eat an announce. I can buy back the card, but
This feels
border
bad.
control.
Feels Yeah, this is a much worse position. I'm glad. I'm glad you're taking that.
Yes, this is much worse for
Yeah.
you. Sorry.
Yeah.
So if I pay 2 to get through it, I'm on 4 credits. You have 7 left, which leaves only Saisentan as the scary ice that you could res, which I can break for 3 and then clear the server, but it would probably force a border control trash. The alternative, so I have to break the one that gains you money, or else this just becomes a 2-cost border control, and that's too cheap.
Yeah, you definitely at least break that.
Yeah,
But
so
I'm assuming at this point on 7
is
credits,
spent.
you just go all the way.
Yeah, I think I just go. So fully break, continue.
What's the innermost? I forget what it is, Eric. Okay.
Feels like a boop.
So the boop is hard because if you boop into
Yeah, it just runs
archives,
back.
well, not that he runs back because he does, but also he gets Amakua counters if he wants to pay for the subroutines. So if you're booping, you actually probably boop into Spin Doctor, which is not great. The other option is you just res that and tax out all the credits you can, and then have the flexibility of that tool. And that tool is useful because then you can pull stuff onto your server.
Okay, I'll buy it.
1 to get through it. Do you want to swap?
I do.
Yeah. Find some bad face down.
You ideally
Or
want to get
terrible.
AgInfusion ice on the innermost.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
we'll swap with this.
Okay.
Then
Then I am through.
you're through.
Unless
Unless,
it's an anoetic.
yeah, it's an anoetic, and I think I have to do this.
Do you?
It just,
Expensive
it's expensive.
because you need your money to be able to res on R&D because you need to purge.
Okay, serious. So you get anoetic, you get a La Costa.
So that's 5 total. I go down to 7 on my Miss Bones.
yeah, you totally
I
tore
have done that.
everything down. You know,
Yeah.
Good.
like there's still something here, but like,
But this is the thing: is you weathered the storm. So your next goal is recover financially. Obviously, asterisk takes extra steps to draw the whole owl. But then you get like an Anansi on the remote server. There's only one more Devil Charm. Eventually, he will bottom out. He only has 1 labor rights, and like you have something. Obviously, the fact that it's 10-20, that's not going to help this narrative too much, I don't think. But like, this is not an easy matchup, and you have to play the long game.
yeah,
I think I run R&D
R&D.
here. I don't have any cards in my hand that I desperately want to play this turn.
Why are you running R&D?
Well, no, this wouldn't.
'Cause I'm
be
low on
worthwhile to
credits,
play
I
this
think
turn.
it's-
It would be low on credits, 2 counters on leech, possible steal, but more likely it gets my Amakua to 3, and then it would be 3-2-2, which really tempts the purge now, because otherwise just everything is open.
So getting Amakua counters and getting a random access is okay. Random access is fine. Amakua counters is fine. I think if you're on 4 versus you're on 5 or 6, the only difference is a Nancy, and I don't think we're going to see a Nancy res next turn because financially it doesn't make sense. The question is whether you think you can win with 3 credits. Obviously, you have 2 daily casts and the cards in your hand, because the cost of that run could be a draw, could be all the other sort of stuff. So just balance that out. A lot of times I think people see aggression, do aggression, but there's a chance you're just playing the control line and having the next crew and doing all that sort of stuff might be better for your board state. Like, is it better that you find a Stargate sooner than later, or is it better you go for a single now?
That makes sense. I like that. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to draw then. Last click, and that's the end of my turn. Hoshiko stays. To you.
Mandatory draw.
Yep.
Woof.
It was a 6-point agenda on top of the deck. I'm government takeover. You could have ran it. Shit, my bad.
And
Government takeover.
it would have proven that he was cheating, so it would have been another game loss. Rotated
You called the
card,
judge over
wrong
3 times?
faction, too many agenda points.
Okay, so you definitely have to purge that sooner than later, because this deck doesn't have actual breakers besides I think 1 boomerang left, so you can make the remote servers, or sorry, the central servers annoying. Can you res the ice on or can you
Yeah, I
res
can
the
res.
ice on RD?
I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
So unless you can put something better into the central servers, or sorry, into your remote server and afford to protect it, you could consider purging here.
Let's purge.
Okay. All right.
You know,
We'll see how that goes.
no shit. 1 second.
Yeah.
Yep. My turn begins. I'm going to lose a card, draw a card. Then I'm going to gain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really bugging you, huh?
Had to be done.
Yep. All right. So
There.
We need to draw some stuff, and the best way to draw things
Just a multiple red die now.
is to not pay the price, or play the price so that you don't have to pay the anyway.
Nice.
We're
If this
gonna,
price hits the labor rights, you're cooked. If this price hits like DJ Fenner's Stargate, you're kind of cooked. Like it's a good card, but honestly, you're getting at the point where you have to play You don't have to play tempo. You have to play value.
yeah.
How many cards left in your deck?
Like 15.
10.
Can you lose half your deck and still finish the game?
I can try. No. All right. So what are the other options?
Also, we know with the price, I think like all the strike funds, all the steel skins are out, so it's like it's going to be, baseline price.
That's true. Yeah, we have no benefits to trashing stuff really.
Yeah.
Take the credit.
Oh,
back.
Sock Monkey is saying that you paid for it.
Yep.
Good catch.
Okay.
It's Mr. Sock Monkey to you.
Oh, so my dad was Mr. Sock Monkey.
Mr. Sock Monkey lives in Florida now. Okay. So question.
All the daily casts are
This
also on
is
the board.
probably worth installing. Yeah.
It depends. Like the question is, if you make one run,
Steve?
what breakpoints does that hit? Already your breakpoints are really good. You make one run, you're at 3.
True. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's not.
This is
So in that
honestly
case,
where if
I can pitch it
if
to
this
install
slot was an
this.
ice carver, we'd be talking different.
It's a consideration.
Mrs. Ock Monkey.
That's a good one too.
All right, I'm gonna draw, and I'm gonna pull the Stargate. Nope, never mind. I'm going to draw again. All right, so my thought is pitch this to install this.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't have the draw
I like
the cards left to support the others, so that seems fine.
like
am
that.
I just taking a turn off to switch back to normal? That
Yeah,
seems supportable.
That's
yeah.
fine. Your money is a bit tight.
Yep. So I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that. I can just do setup instead. So let's draw a card.
Don't.
No?
You already have enough card draw coming in. I would just do the
That's
thing.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's okay. All right. I'm going to pitch an Earthrise to play an Earthrise for 2. Thank you, Patchwork.
Feels good.
That's click 3 and click 4. Could click for
You can take a
$1.
credit.
Could
You can install the compilation. Getting HQ pressure at some point might be okay. $1's fine though.
yeah. I think clicking for the credit.
Do you have one more
makes more
boomerang in your
sense.
deck?
Yeah, so there's one more boomerang, one more crew.
Yeah, that's gonna be really important because you have to make a run on archives, and if you don't use a boomerang or crew, you're taking the potentially 6 damage. You cannot sustain that.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
It's my turn.
You did not
Earthrise
run.
comes in with 3.
That's correct.
Which means I flip.
2 subliminals.
Before you draw, Eric, just consider: is there worth spin doctoring anything back in here?
Lacosta or
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
Lacosta or
Definitely one.
Anoetic are really the 2 big ones, I would think.
Honestly, I would love a Charlotte right now. I mean, a Rashida. Costa, Anoetic is like, that's the game, but the money.
I would actually consider Sprint too, because Sprint can be any of those cards.
Sure.
Let's try it.
If you're digging,
Except for the
use the
Anoetic,
card.
right? So-
What digs?
Yes, besides the Anoetic, you're right. Yeah, that might be right.
This does remove your spin from the game.
Yes, I will do that. Thanks. Okay, that's good enough. Given the hour.
Sorry.
No. It's not your fault. Jeez. Mandatory draw. Wow. It's like magic.
No. This is Netrunner. See, after he
okay.
created magic, he went on to.
Drawing 3 cards. And
Okay.
so yeah.
You know his deck list. If you can get an end the run on every server.
Yeah, I know.
2 end runs on every server, you win the game.
I know this. I know this isn't going back.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Sure. So we'll take 2 cards and shuffle them back. And shuffle again. Here, I'll do this real good. It's real good. Do you tap it? You tap it. Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
So, okay. HQ's weak. At some point, we need to consider moving the thimble rig around so that it actually is
I always
run
forget.
of even 1 strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have
That's
done
fine.
that start of turn 2.
Just do it. Just do it. It's a huge change. A
Yeah,
thimble
yeah,
rig on the remote
yeah,
server
yeah.
is just
That's
because the
fine. That's fine.
border
Yep.
control on. Like, just swap it with the border control because you can always swap it back and end the run with border control.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's fine. So now, if he wants to run HQ, he has to boomerang the border control and take 3 to 6 damage. That's fine. Archives, he could always take the 3 to 6 damage or just boomerang it. So getting a little end run on there, like a thimble rig, which not great because 0 strength, like a tattoo bullet, that's fine. And then we're assuming R&D is fine. But those are the things we have to do. We have to make it impossible to get Amakuo counters. And imagine we had Mavirus. Like, this would be so much easier.
Yeah. So I'm going to play one of these.
Great.
Click back for credit.
Man, if it got you a 5.
I'm going to install this and advance it. It's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitch that, which you could probably even see.
I didn't,
Yeah.
but all right. So start a turn, gain 2.
This is the ultimate delayed gratification deck.
Gain 2.
No, you don't play Glacier, huh?
Draw 2.
No, it should be called the Marshmallow.
We need to play World Championship deck 2014 special because you play Replicating Perfection deck. You don't score an agenda until turn 12, turn 14.
Ugh.
Like, you just set up and then eventually you score. That's all you have to do. Just set up.
Is it fun?
Just set up. It's fun. It's honestly kind of fun.
This is an interesting strategy game.
Yeah.
We have to think I do this because 2 turns from now it's gonna matter.
Yeah. It's all 2 turns from now. Everything you do is 2 turns from now.
Click 1 is Stargate pitching the price that I can't afford to play in terms of cards lost anyway. And
pay 2
paying
for it?
2. Yeah. Click 2. I could. Okay. So I think that's a Charlotte, most likely. In which case, locking R&D is extremely valuable. And the worst thing that he can res on R&D would be a Saisentan. Border control would be actually pretty annoying if there's another one in there. But the Saisentan I can definitely survive, but I'm not very happy about. So, click 2, we will install this crew. Click 3, we will Stargate R&D.
Tachibola?
Bounce. Well, I could crew through it, but I don't think that's worth the tag. 3 credits effectively and my last click to clear the tag because I can't afford to let you trash all this stuff. No. No, we let that happen.
Okay.
I need to run through that Saisentan right now, don't I? No, I should have run through the Saisentan instead of hitting R&D with the Stargate.
Probably. You're probably going to have to delete the Saisentan.
Feels bad.
Yeah. Eric needs to put another ice on the Saisentan as soon as possible. You might be slightly too late.
Yeah, because I can't take the tag right now because
You can.
ran out of... And what? Let it... he has 3 credits. But no, he's going to gain 4 and draw cards, so he'll go to 7.
You got to take some risks. Like, if he trashes a daily cast with 2, makes no sense. Earthrise, when you have 6 cards left, doesn't make a lot of sense. It's just the crew.
That's fair. And if I'm trashing it to that anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't be there.
So last click, we will run at the Saisentan. I'm going to take a tag. And then spend 2 to trash your Saisentan.
Yeah. I think that turn, if we just got an ice on archives and didn't push the Charlotte, we'd actually be okay.
Okay. That never even occurred to me.
And then get through.
Yeah. Even though you were saying you got to make sure he can never get another counter.
Any agendas in there or no? Anything interesting, or is it just the?
Oh, you
spoil
broke
that's
it.
sitting on top. Oh, it's
destroyed
trashed.
it.
Oh, you trashed it.
Oh, yes.
That's rough.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You get a
Yeah.
little.
Okay, so I get 1 on Amakua. That is the end of my turn. I have accessed cards, so I flip and gain 2.
Okay, just remember he's tagged. I don't think that's gonna be relevant, but he's tagged.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over to
It's
you.
okay. I think this is going okay.
There's this.
Yeah.
That goes. I gain 4. There, and I draw a card, and I'm mandatory.
Great. Good draws. Okay, so you need to stop archives,
Yeah.
and then you have to purge. That's going to be on a following turn. You need to stop archives. He's going to get a Stargate off. He probably can't stop it. It depends if he can risk the innermost. His money is okay, but he's played all his econ cards.
Yeah. And 3 crews? 2
Yeah.
crews.
Yep.
All 3.
3 crews, 2 bronze.
2 charms, 3
and-
crew. There's 1 labor rights left, and it's Steve.
Yeah,
Yep.
the labor rates is scary.
Yeah,
Alright,
but
so 1. You think a second?
Depends what other server's weak.
I think that I want this to be stronger. But I guess this doesn't matter if I button this up.
Yeah, it's not a priority. Eventually, it'll be a problem.
Also, this always has border control on it right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
So, like,
All right, that for credit. So that's 2.
What was the second ice? Cool.
And third.
Great.
okay.
you.
All right, lose a credit, draw a card. Gain 2,
I have so many different.
draw 2.
I've bought this pack, this color, so many different times
That
now.
color is the worst color for consistency. I've seen even the same pack, the color be slightly different.
It's off, and the texture is different. So there's like
Yeah.
4 different kinds of sleeves right here.
Dragon Slave's had quality issues the last year. It's not
I
been
know.
great.
Well, it lasts like 2.
Yeah, bummer.
Okay.
If you buy one pack, it's usually great, but
So
Yeah.
I need
I've bought, like,
to
20.
I need to force a res here. On archives, I think. I mean, that's clearly a Lacosta, which is annoying, but I can't. I could theoretically get in there.
You should pressure it. That's his
How
money.
many
If he doesn't have
size
money,
tons
you
have I
win.
seen? There's 1 in the bin. There's 1 face up.
How many
So I
ones?
should just go here. Okay. So we're gonna run here.
Yep.
Hit the thimble rig. Pay through for 1.
Yeah. Who's first click?
Correct. Do you want to swap the thimble rig with anything?
Yep. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
That makes HQ slightly easier to run, but you can always like swap it back.
Yeah, because I'd have to pass the thimble rig again. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm past that. Do you want to boop or no? Okay. Pay 1.
I don't love that.
You want
Yeah, the
BTR?
boop might be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the boop to like here maybe, or even archives. It depends on what you have. Like here is probably an end the run, or I'm giving you money. Like that to me feels a lot better. Sure. So I'm gonna take.
The
that
thing
money
is, like,
back.
you don't want to
Yeah.
boop to centrals because you're just giving free Amaku counters and free, leech counters usually. Like, you might just want to keep that for a scoring window later.
This boop
Yeah.
and just let him trash the stuff.
Yeah, I don't think you can stop it regardless.
In which case you would get 2 more money. So being at 6 is big.
Yeah, this is miserable. Huh?
Yep. This is a hard matchup.
Jeez. Okay, I'm being told
All right. So I'm tearing that down for what? 5, 6.
6.
So that will leave me with 1 on Miss Bones.
So
I
if
have
you
access
thought that
cards.
server was going to be assailed, which might have been the thing, it might be better to actually advance the Charlotte. It's like a click for 2 credit button.
Yeah,
But
and instead of the Lacosta.
yeah. That being said, you did deny an Amaku counter.
It's true. Okay, so that was click 1.
That's true.
I have like 7 cards in hand, and I need to spend some of them doing something.
Also, Nick, I don't mean to like rub this in because there's no value to that, but just to like look back, how good was the Miss Bones?
Yeah. No, it was extremely
No, but like
yeah,
I don't mean that at all to rub it in. I just want to show you like Miss Bones in this matchup. You trash 2 Lacostas. It like if you had to pay 4, the game's totally different.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking of it more as just that's the lockdown control thing, and I was going for tempo.
Marshmallow.
You lockdown
Marshmallow.
control.
Marshmallow. Delayed gratification. Marshmallow.
No, but go fast.
You were going, but going
Should I be
fast, but
playing
go slow.
Okay. All right. So I don't want to play that because I could get booked into a thing. What ends the run?
Just get purged next turn for the 3rd time.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Especially on the mandatory draw when I don't discard.
Yep.
Do I? Okay, so I could run archives here. I would give myself more tokens, but that doesn't really do anything if I expect.
Where are the
to purge.
agendas, Vic?
So there's possibly one in HQ, which just based on numbers. Wait, they've got to be in R&D.
They got to be in
There's a
Central
ton
HQ
in
and
R&D.
R&D.
There's
Yes,
got to
we
be a
see
ton.
2
You are
points.
either flooded as hell or.
I'm straight chilling.
I don't think you are. Okay.
I'm saying like running R&D is okay. Running HQ is also very reasonable. You know he's probably holding
Yeah, I
an ice
sprinted
because of Tattoo Bola.
Twice.
What's that?
Yeah.
I sprinted 2 or 3 times.
Yes. Okay. Does Stargate make more sense than just running it though?
If you start, you don't get
No,
Amakua.
I was gonna say I won't get Amakua.
But you can't really run archives. I just touch cards. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
The bigger problem is you're giving him Tattoo Bola credits, and I don't know if you want to do that.
I know
right now.
that's the thing that I'm trying to avoid. So then
But you're gonna have to. It's gonna happen.
I could just go at HQ. That would actually give me a ton of
I like
information.
HQ
'Cause
better.
If he moves,
Yeah.
if he moves to the thimble rig after. Okay, so let's run HQ. Hit the thimble rig. Get through it. Do you want to swap with that border control? You want to move that border control over?
Second last click.
No,
No, I don't.
No. This is click 2.
Yeah, no.
You should move with the border control anyways. So if he does a repeat run, it's more expensive.
Yeah, it's 2 money.
Yeah,
and I
that's
have
true.
to break it. So.
Okay.
Okay, I'm approaching Saisentan.
Don't fire it. Just break it.
I'm seriously considering letting it fire, but fine.
Yeah, I know. I think that actually this
right.
should have been a dirty laundry run.
I was considering it, but I don't. Well, I couldn't have broken it though. No, I could have because I would have. Yeah, I patchwork.
I could have popped a border control.
I patchwork.
Yeah, I think you're fine with that.
I would have been fine with
Yeah.
that. Let's.
That's
roll
what this
a
is
die.
for.
No. It's.
That's not even a die. Roll the 4-sided die, Nick.
I was like, there's no way. There's just 4 cards there. It's that one. It's a brown.
You're happy
counters.
either way here, right? I mean, like.
This is why I think you need dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Your money's not good. You need to click for credits now.
Let's say you played a dirty laundry there. Let's just say you did the right thing.
Fine. I played the dirty laundry and I used the patchwork to do it.
Okay.
So now I'm at 6.
Okay.
Life is a lot better
What
now.
is this?
Look.
You're not invited back. Okay.
Am I just going back? Do I just copulation and go back? No, I can't do that. That would be last click.
It's expensive.
You have a tag.
Oh no.
That's fine.
When
It
are
is-
you
it
gonna-
is fine,
you're
it is
gonna
fine.
Trash.
Just keep your money up. He might purge. You just need to be able to make sure that you can make headroom. Like, you'll have to at some point start getting access and closing the game up, but like you just need to get headroom before you can resonate on C. It's tricky. You're gonna have to labor rates, get back 3 crew. Just keep your money up.
Click for credits to you.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I owe you a card. Nope, just at 5.
You ran. Enter draw.
Not used to having that many cards in hand anymore. Didn't I spend a leech to beat Sison?
He purgeth
Sure.
Yeah, you have to.
and taketh away.
Doesn't matter. Okay,
Go.
your turn begins.
I
My
did
turn
it.
begins. A turn begins.
Someone's turn begins. Andre, take a turn.
Turn.
I'll take a turn.
Commence.
Yeah, like you have not already been doing most of this game. How does it feel to play Solar Goldfish?
No. That's not true.
Sorry?
He's letting me take my turn and then being like, that's wrong.
Wrong. Let me tell you what. No, I'm kidding. You're doing a very good job of
Yes,
walking through
I'm
turns
not
honestly,
meaning to give
without
you
being
that
pushy at all. But you are definitely getting to enjoy the pleasure of playing a Netrunner game against yourself right now.
That's the thing you can do.
This Earthrise goes away, and I draw 2. Oh, look at that! That was the last two I drew.
That's kind of how you want it.
It's hilarious. Good shuffle. Okay.
The puppet master, exactly.
So
My strings are getting tangled.
click one. I'm going to play this labor rights. Don't know if you got anything to say about that. There are going to be some cards coming back. I bet you couldn't
Do you want a
guess
high five?
which of the cards might be coming back right now. Look at that. And then I'm going to put one back. I'm going to shuffle this. Sorry, no, I have to. You want to cut this? My deck?
No.
No? Okay.
I was going to do it for comedic effect, but it's just costing us time.
That's the best part. This gets RFG'd along with my charms over here.
Okay, so you need to win with this hand.
Yeah.
You might have labor righted preemptively, but I'm not going to force you to
fine.
unshuffle.
It's fine.
You need to figure out how to win.
Okay.
A whole playmat.
I need to get central accesses. I need to get him to spend the border control. Sounds like running HQ.
It's a start. Well, you can't. You literally can't.
Why not?
How do you get in?
You got purged. You need to like boomerang something. You need to do something clever.
Oh, Nick has the
Okay.
I know this problem's answer.
I'm gonna put a boomerang in play, and I'm gonna trash this patchwork to pay for it. It's gonna target this.
This?
Yeah. Targets the border control. Then I just tank the Sisenton. That's
No, you can't.
I don't like
you
that.
Crew it. Crew it.
Yes, that's right.
You have a
You
crew
just
now.
Crew it. You just crew it. Install a crew for 2. Install the crew for 2.
So this is for here, right?
Yes. And then yeah, last click. Am I doing this last click?
Seems bad.
Doesn't seem great, but it gets me up off the ground in terms of counters again. And it trashes your Sisenton, which leaves you
It's gonna
very
border
little.
control you.
Sure, but then if you, depending on your timing, I have the opportunity to kill your Sisenton. Oh god, I can't.
Yeah, you can't do this last click.
Yep, no. I'm going to clear my tag.
And then it just
2.
okay.
If that's the case, don't install the boomerang.
Yes, that's fair. I have
So have a
clicked
click
for
back
credit
and
instead.
$2. But you
it's
paid
not
for the
2.
boomerang.
It's not 2. It was the patchwork. Got trashed. I
Well,
have
then
7 in hand.
patchwork
You have
crew,
hand,
right?
Yeah, you can patchwork the
Yeah,
crew.
yeah. Okay, so I've clicked for a credit for my last click that was the boomerang instead. Now that we've unwound everything, I owe you some cards. I have 6 in hand. I don't think this steel skin is going to do me a ton. I've not accessed, so I flip back to you.
Okay, Eric, you see that? You see that sunlight creeping around the corner? Okay, before you draw though, think about the thimble rig. Is there anything that you can do? Because you need a
let's
remote
forget
server.
this.
And currently he doesn't have a way to breach the remote server.
Yeah.
He has 1 crew. He has 2 more crew in his
He
deck.
didn't run, right?
No, he didn't run, and there's 1 more devil charm somewhere. That's all you have to worry about. Now, I'm not saying you just like install advance, but just like you need to think about the next couple turns. This is really, really tricky.
Yeah. We'll swap this with that.
Cool.
That was this card for the audience.
Great.
Then we mandatory to this card.
Just watch out the thimble rig's like not great on centrals because Amaku just goes through it.
Yeah.
So if he boomerangs the innermost, he can always run archives.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is here. So,
Okay. We're trucking along.
I need to be able to res some ice.
Yeah, just get some money.
So we're gonna play.
I won't roast you if you do that. Click 1.
I'm gonna do one of those.
Kidding, I will.
I'm an idiot. This is still very hard. I want to click to draw, which is terrible.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I want the Hansei.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how many are left in the deck, but like you still have an economic play in your hand, right?
What, this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard for him to contest it.
I'm gonna install and double advance a card.
Wait, you might be going too hard.
No,
You can
really?
do single and a credit. Yeah, just do single and a credit. It's fine. You don't need to lock your credits down. You need a thread to res ice. So single and a credit puts you on because
Oh,
the
that's true.
thread
It
here
takes
is that
me
you
too
can
low.
pop it to res an Anansi. Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you pop it with 2 credits on it, you don't get anything. I think you have to owe a card.
I do.
That should be easy though.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
This is ridiculous.
Okay,
I feel like a child playing this deck. I have no idea
only
what
have one turn left in me because I should have gone home like 20 minutes
Okay.
ago.
Okay. Then we can decide who won.
I don't think it's me at this point. I'm out of econ and I didn't find the Patchwork or Stargate early enough. So that's how you play this matchup.
100%.
You draw Patchwork turn 1.
100% you
Life
would
Soul
have won
is
this
here.
game if Andrej hadn't been keeping me in check, because I would have just screwed this up so hard.
Entirely maybe. I don't know. There was a lot of me also being
Sure.
guided back onto the Primrose Path by Andrej. So.
Primrose Path.
Yeah, I don't know where that phrase came from, except it's late now. So let's...
So okay, if you want to close the game out now, your options exist. You need to be disgustingly aggressive. You need to break open one server, make it as easy as possible to roll in. You need to destroy stuff. You need to get accesses. I do think there's probably 2 agendas in hand, no problem, maybe even 3. So one of your options is like get a second crew down and just nuke HQ. Everything's low strength, just destroy it.
That seems good. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to install this crew. Pitching this leech I don't intend to install.
Send it.
What's that?
Send it.
Just send it.
Yeah. We go at HQ.
Okay. You encounter a border control.
Mm-hmm.
You technically have priority
Yeah,
on
I
approach
guess-
if you want it.
That I could pop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you want to pop it. You want to eat a crew.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll take a tag and spend 2 and trash it.
Okay.
Sam's
Seisenton.
attacked. I approach Seisenton. I'm gonna. This might shock you. I'm gonna take a tag and spend 2 and trash it.
Okay.
I should have done one other thing, but I am in now.
What should you have done?
I should have installed a cupulation.
No, it's fine.
No.
You just want access twice.
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you just want access
Because
twice.
it's too slow.
I also don't think you have the MU for it.
I would pitch the Stargate because I've decided at this point that the Stargate is not how I'm winning because I
think if you're
have no
actually
way to
playing
get
this
back
game
in.
long term, you probably want it still.
We'll see this one. It's an Anansi that will add 1 to Amakua. We are going to run directly back, add 2 here.
Okay. Do you remember what color sleeve the Anansi was?
No.
Slightly different claret.
This one. I'll steal that.
It's a bacterial. Ready? Close your ears.
Oh no, I don't want to play this game.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
bacterial. Then I do a million things.
Yeah. You set up the top of your deck so that you have ice and money, and then you put the Anansi there, and then I die. No, actually,
He's
I don't
not
die.
wrong.
No, I don't die. Because I just...
You have 1 turn to win.
Yeah, no, I click draw the crew.
Wait, do you still have a devil charm?
Yeah, that's why I don't die.
Yeah,
'Cause I can
it's
just
still
do this.
hard.
This is my next turn.
Yeah, so
That kills the Anansi that you have in hand. You could like double install, I guess.
I mean, that's
There.
a lot of gas. That would be what I could have.
I think you're fine. Like Eric, I think all you have to do is basically, obviously, get 2 ice on our HQ and purge.
Right. Yeah. So I think it might actually end up being me, even though you are so far ahead of here.
No,
I think you have
I'm
nothing
so far
left.
out of gas. Yeah,
After that.
but
Like he is out of gas. He has no money.
Finding these 2 so late
Yeah.
was so backbreaking.
Yep.
I still managed to put up a decent amount of like trouble, but I never was like threatening
Yeah.
to.
Because I can put a Brawn on there. I can.
I
Yeah.
was getting. I felt like all the time I was using my crews and stuff, I was getting back to even with you, instead of being behind. And I wasn't able to actually push it to the point where you
Well,
felt like, oh my god, all my servers are up.
I couldn't push anything. You know, this was a Charlotte. I've still not advanced an agenda, but I was.
It's fine.
It doesn't
finally
matter.
there.
fine.
You
Yeah.
just sit. Well, okay. Because this is training for Worlds,
Yeah.
I'm okay with this outcome because we've got the time a while ago.
Oh yeah.
But
Right, and obviously.
So,
yeah.
Your mode server sucks. You have him a virus. The game is different. if you can set up, an Anoetic and then remote server Amaku doesn't beat it. I think we saw the 1 pinhole threading, so we might be able to push in. That was the only thing that we could do. If we could get an Anoetic at the time it was right, we could maybe push an agenda. Scoring a Nisei is super important. But honestly, at that end game, it's kind of hard to tell which way I'll go. Again, I think Hoshiko is massively favored into this matchup. I would take it all the time. And even then, as long as you fight really carefully and make sure you're not bleeding Amaku and Leech counters, like you can make it difficult. And then it's up to the deck to have another way. Like if that deck wasn't on Boomerangs, if that deck doesn't have actual breakers, if it's not on Banhar, like you can lock the deck out.
Yeah.
But the worst case is they're on 2 Laborites, let alone 3 Laborites, and then just the crews come back, and you're not going to win.
Yeah,
that.
and then that's it.
Yeah, I cut the second Laborites for the Mad Dash, and I'm not sure. I mean, it's giving up value in one matchup for value in another. We'll see. The deck is still in flux around the edges. I feel all right with the core of it, though. So we'll see.
Well, thanks so much for coaching us, Andrej. This was actually really,
this was huge,
really educational.
My pleasure.
Always something more to learn about this game, which is what keeps us coming back. So thanks for helping us.
We picked 2 volatile matchups though, which is a bit rough, but it is.
Two that ended up going to the point where like they felt like you could solve them.
We got them to their logical
you know what I mean? That was kind of
confusion.
wild.
Their logical confusion.
Also that
conclusion.
Also that for me.
If you somehow are here but don't follow Andrej, go give a subscribe to the MetropoleGrid. Andrej's stuff is this channel wouldn't exist without Andrej first having set an example for us. So
it's true. I should stop packing up on camera. I'm paying attention.
Thanks a lot for joining, and
checking
we'll
out
let
the
Nick go home. But before we do, we're gonna make Andrej disappear.
Wow.
Wow. I say thank you to our patrons. Actually, this list is out of date. I apologize. Because the last we've had a new person join, so next time that will be on there. But we are only able to do this stuff because of our patrons. It is very helpful for getting all this gear set up and the tech that we needed to get Andrej piped in. Although that's just the internet, I guess. But still, many thanks. We like having you here. Also, we did a little yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, is my audio in on this?
It is.
Scene?
It sure is. It is.
I think right now Neon Static is like less than 20 subs away from 1,000.
We're so close.
Just saying, if you're watching this, you haven't subbed. I don't know what you're doing.
It's right there. It's one button.
It's like
you can make a burner account for this real quick.
It would be my birthday,
or 11 or 20,
quite early if we hit 1,000 soonish. It'll be
16 fun. Is the live count.
Thank you, Andrej.
Yeah.
We're gonna take it back to the main. Just to have Andrej here for the goodbye. But
it was fun.
That's it. Let's all remember to run with our eyes closed, but actually slightly open, because
I'm gonna drive with my eyes mostly closed.
No, wrong. Something can hurt you.
Bad.
Drive with your eyes open because
you could definitely die.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
I know I'm not prepared to end this stream. Hold on. I wasn't ready. All right. Bye for real.